Shay?
It's almost finished. When it gets there, you'll see.
Where's the growl?
There
it is.
Mason and Ireland show. Today it is Momo and O'Shea Jackson Jr. What is happening? It was a spectacular Saturday night at the Rose Bowl. I'm sure you guys watched the game. Momo, you were texting during the game. Shay, I got a text from you right after that game. It was an amazing game that I honestly looked at Sliwa at one point and said, watch. This thing is going to end on a DTR interception.
You actually
and
said that?
Sure enough, it did. Yeah. I could feel it coming. It was in the air. As LA sports nights go, this is one of the really, really great ones. I mean, the stadium was absolutely full. It was probably 60% Bruin fans, 40% Trojan fans. It was all red and blue. Just an amazing, amazing night. Shay, what do you think of the Trojans, huh?
Oh, I love them. As I was saying earlier, this was a surprise for me because I had been gearing up for next year to kind of be USC's year with all the recruits that we were talking about getting and all of the noise. But for Lincoln Riley to come in and for us to just buy in, we were 14 to start the year off, all the way up to 5. We got a big game Saturday against Notre Dame.
Yep.
Obviously, Notre Dame would love to rip our hearts out, but we just got to stay focused, and I think we can sneak in.
Yeah, I think it's still possible to sneak into the college football playoff. God, things almost broke perfectly. Michigan, last play of the game. TCU, last play of the game. It was like if one of those busted, we would have been number 5 this week. Instead, I think we're going to be number 6. They still have us stuck behind LSU, which is a joke. A 2-loss LSU team in the current college football playoff.
Disrespect.
They had us at 7. Now we'll move to 6 because Tennessee got hammered. But it's possible, Momo, that USC can get to the college football playoff.
You just have to be right there for when somebody else loses. You just have to be right there, ready to bounce.
And, does the Michigan first of all, Bergman, you watched the game. You were texting me during the game.
You know what? I actually feel really bad for Greg right now.
Thank you.
I really do.
A lot of DTR.
I feel really bad for me, too. Thank you.
I know.
Yeah.
I felt like I know his hand was messed up, right?
Look, DTR is one tough SOB, but this is who he is. He's a guy that has a one-read quarterback that looks directly at the guy he's going to, and that's where he's going to go. Or he pulls it down and run, and he makes bad plays down at the end of the stretch. It's what happens.
He was great though, and then at the end I was like, ooh.
In fairness, they did put 45 on the board.
Yeah, no, they put 45 on the board, but he had 2 interceptions to end the first half, which they very well could have gone down, scored, or at least put up a field goal, something like that. And then at the end of the game, you have a minute and a half with 2 timeouts, and he throws an interception.
Yeah, I knew
you have
that
time to have Charbonnet run the
I
ball.
I knew it was coming.
This is what happens to the Bruins.
We call that a womp-womp.
Yeah, you guys sitting here talking, what a great night. No, it was the worst night ever.
Amazing.
This was an awful night.
For you.
This was an awful weekend of sports in general.
Did you watch with Riley? Daughter Riley?
Yes, I watched
her.
She was outside playing. She was outside doing her thing. But
Riley hates sports,
she hates
as it turns out.
Absolutely.
What?
Hates them.
Yeah.
But think about it. UCLA basketball lost twice.
Yep.
UCLA football lost. USA just tied when they should have won that game.
Your fault.
Yeah. Yes. You know what? People on Twitter are saying it's my fault.
Yeah.
I've taken over the Mace
You've
curse.
got a little dark cloud over you.
How many players on the U.S. team can you name off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, well,
wait. You sound like you might actually be able to do it. Let's go
chill
to
out.
people who will not be able to. I can do one.
I can match you. I can match you. Smith.
Solid pick.
Smith?
Solid pick.
I know one guy.
Johnson.
No. I know there could be
Wea?
Is that a
yeah,
real
he
guy?
got the
Real name?
Timothy Wea.
I know.
Shay knows the black guy that
Christian.
scored.
Oh, come on.
Pulisic.
Christian Pulisic.
That's the name we all know,
Christian
right?
Pulisic is the guy.
Solid.
Yeah.
And Walker Zimmerman was the one that tackled Gareth Bale in the box. He's on LAFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Kellen
he
Acosta's
was.
Standard
But,
LAFC.
This is like the ultimate bandwagon time right now where people who you could name one player. We come in today is day 1 and I can name one.
But
how many will I be able to name by the end of the week?
The same one.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just the same one.
Solid.
But here's the thing. The World Cup is a chance for everybody to be a bandwagon fan, right?
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
that's the whole point of the World Cup is to get people
Let's
into...
go Ecuador!
Yeah.
Right?
We've all taken
opening
teams.
match.
Right.
Jorge, who's your team?
To win the World Cup?
Yeah.
Argentina.
Argentina. And
Spain.
Bergman, Spain. I've got England.
Won 6-2.
Ireland's got Brazil. Yeah, England won big today.
Did they?
6-2.
I'll go England
6-2.
too. I want England to win. Let's go England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go USA. Come on.
USA,
now.
baby.
USA.
Estados Unidos.
we are just seriously unlikely to win. But I hope we get into.
I just hope we get out of the group stage.
Yeah, get out of the group
See,
stage.
like that's how you can tell somebody who knows a tiny bit of soccer. If you call it the group stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go. Oh, she knows what
Scholar.
She knows what the group stage is. She went to
But
Stanford.
we got to root for USA, man. I'm going USA hard. We're the big bully who pretends to be an
So
underdog
you're
all the
super
time.
upset about what after this match?
Right.
I'm completely upset at the referees. Obviously, they gave him the game because
Clearly.
it came on a penalty.
Yes.
And that's Shay's take on the World Cup.
Yeah.
There it is.
I like it.
Yeah.
You're on it. So,
What
a
happened to
couple
Lawless, man?
couple
He
of things
got
about
a haircut.
UCLA I wanted to get to. First of all, the quality for the game at the Rose Bowl. Let me tell you, I would take the Coliseum over the Rose Bowl every day. Bergman, you
Why?
told me some parking
Did it work?
trick. It didn't work.
Did you drop a pin?
I did find my car. I know it was in Lot
That's
K,
hard,
which is
yeah.
where Bergman told me to park.
Did you do what I told you?
I
to do?
did. I did the whole Arroyo, blah, 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 Rose Bowl Lane,
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever
it
the
doesn't
hell
work.
you told me. Is it called Rose
That
Bowl Lane?
really seems
No.
like you did it, by the
No.
way.
Yeah, right.
Blah, 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 whatever the hell you told me.
No.
Turn left
Linda
on Rose
Vista.
Bowl Lane.
Off at Linda Vista and
Yeah.
then go down to
Yeah,
Lot K.
turn right.
No.
I don't know. It was one of those things.
Park over by the bridge out on the fourth hole. You're like, what?
I got
No,
home
too far.
2.5 hours after the game.
Oh,
Terrible.
You didn't do it right.
Wow.
Terrible.
That's
Yeah,
a good movie.
rough.
That's unacceptable.
I could have watched the movie.
That's a
You
good
really
movie.
did.
But the
You should
actual
have sat in the car and watched some Netflix on your phone.
the viewing atmosphere at the Rose Bowl is 1,000 times better than the Coliseum. Viewing of the game, because there's not really a good seat period at the Coliseum, but
What do
there's
you
good
mean
seats
there's
Up
not a
everywhere.
against
good
the
seat?
San Gabriel Mountains.
It's not-
No, it's pretty, right?
It is very
It's a prettier
It's like
place
going
to
to game
watch
at
a game.
Dodger Stadium's pretty.
But the lines, I don't know who's orchestrating that. It's like the people that did the Lee Harvey Oswald prison transfer. It was brutal. These lines wrapping around, and you.
How's
had,
the food? Was the
you had
food
to,
all right?
You had to wait 10 minutes to get into the line to go
Oh,
into the
no.
tunnel. It was
No.
just,
That's
it was
sick.
unbelievable. And I know
But
it's
the viewing experience was better.
No. That'll kill it for me. All that he's talking about, that kills it.
yeah,
I just won't go.
Yeah, I just won't go.
yeah.
Just watch at home.
I
No
At
thanks.
home.
I
No
don't.
thanks.
No
I don't-
lines at home.
I don't
Even in the
picture
suite,
myself.
it wouldn't be fun if you had
I
to
don't
sit in
picture
that.
myself back at the Rose Bowl soon. I don't.
Well, getting in and out is not the
Oh,
easiest
it's.
thing in the world.
Would you say, Bergman, what's the worst parking situation? Is it Dodger Stadium, the Rose Bowl, or SoFi?
How early do you go to SoFi?
Well, so far, you have to get there at least 3 hours early.
Whoa.
Now,
Otherwise, it's going to take an hour.
I'm
Yeah.
not a good
Hour and a
judge
half.
because I've got
The
good parking.
pass, yeah.
I've got really good parking pass, so I'm not the best judge. But people say SoFi is rough. Dodger Stadium, I think, now seems like a piece of cake after the Rose Bowl.
Not if you're like Jorge and I. We're in and out. 15 minutes.
Exactly.
Boom, boom.
I'm
We
usually
rush to
pretty
the
good.
car.
Well,
Game
I
ends,
always,
walk to the
I
car.
always leave earlier than
Power
you guys.
walk.
I'm like gone.
But we park in the GA parking,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you can just get right out.
Because you park near the exit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, the other tip is you park in the neighborhood
Right.
and you walk in.
At Dodger Stadium, you
Yeah.
walk up the hill?
You walk up the hill.
Yeah.
It burns some of the beer off.
Sure.
And like you can pregame down the hill at the shortstop.
Yep.
And like to pregame, and then you walk up and have a sloshy walk up. It's kind of fun,
No.
right? You
listen,
kind of walk up. You're like, ah.
we get it. You played softball. You athletic. I'm not walking
No,
up that hill.
I go slow. I am slow.
Take your time walking up
I mean,
the hill?
yeah, I take my time. Like I'm the shorty in the back, and all my friends are like hikers and they're fast, and I'm like,
Yeah.
first of all, I'm short.
You're not,
Second
you're not,
of all, I'm
you're
a
not
little
Kate,
slosh.
You're not Kate Bush. You're not running up that
Nope,
hill.
nope. I'm like
Taking
a little.
your
I'm
time.
toasty, and I'm like, whoever wants to walk slow with me, just hang to the back.
There you go.
Hang to the back. But it's good because you like have a whole enjoyment, and then when you leave, it's like a nice walk. It helps you. You could eat an extra dog because
A
you're like, I'm gonna
nice
walk this
walk.
off.
Yeah, right. So I want to
Good
get
talk.
to a couple of things here. First of all, it is $1 Million Monday.
Oh yeah.
Chance to win $1 million.
Lies.
That's like Shea money.
Chill.
$1 million.
Shay makes more than that.
Chill. Relax.
Listen, all day to play $1 Million Monday today. Just for playing the game, you win a pair of tickets to see Rams Seahawks on December 4 at SoFi Stadium. And you get a chance to win $1 million by telling us the 2 Super Bowl teams and the final score. That is coming up at some point during the show today.
I actually know who's going to win. I know the exact teams, and I know who's going to win. I know the points.
Oh, okay. Hold that.
Yeah, I do.
You do
I'm
know?
good at things like that. Every once in a while, it'll just come to me.
It's rigged.
We will trust you. And is there okay? Have you ever heard the expression "they suck duck feathers"?
Nope.
Okay.
Today.
I heard that. Yes. I heard that repeatedly on Saturday night at the Rose Bowl. I'll explain. All right, coverage of the 2022 FIFA World Cup on ESPNLA is presented by Estrella Jalisco. Stay tuned to ESPNLA every night for the Road to the Cup show, hosted by the voice of LAFC, Dave Denholm. Dave will give you a deep dive into the World Cup's most exciting matchups, in-depth analysis, like you get here on our show. And all the action in Qatar and all the drama that is FIFA World Cup football. Estrella Jalisco, proud supporters of Team Mexico. Mexico, let's drink them on an... Now, okay, let me just ask you a question about this copy. Okay. So it says MX, let's cheer them on with an Estrella Jalisco. Okay. Mexico. Okay, it's just abbreviated there. I got it.
Why abbreviate? Like, we're going to be reading this live on air.
Yeah, why abbreviate?
I didn't.
That
write
is
the
just
copy.
like that is just like...
Just MX.
Thanks, Greg.
Yes.
Tell me, would that...
This guy's blue today. It's because of me.
Granted, it's a cold read. I haven't looked at it in advance, but all of a sudden I get to MX, I'm like...
It's a cold read, just like a cold yesterday.
Hey!
See, Greg?
Vamos, Mexico.
That's how you do it.
Drink responsibly. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Coming up tonight
on the next edition of The Road to the Cup.
Coming up tonight on Road to the Cup. Chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
All right, we're on. We were just doing a little. Is that for TikTok? Yeah. So what's going on? Mason and Ireland show. It is Momo in for John today, and O'Shea Jackson Jr. is hanging out today.
Oh, yes.
Just back from shooting Swagger 2.
Yep, season 2.
Yeah, I guess it's not Swagger 2. It's Swagger season 2.
Either way, you get Swagger.
And then you're going to shoot.
You got Swagger. I watched the show.
Thank you.
Then you're going to go shoot Den of Thieves 2, right?
Yeah, we're filming that later next year.
Are you going to get beat up?
More than likely,
okay.
But I mean, if you've seen the first one, but no, they're trying to catch me. They probably won't.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
My mom said after she and not stepdad Leo saw Den of Thieves, the first one, your friend sure gets beat up a lot.
Yeah.
He did. You got the crap knocked out of you in that movie.
Yeah, well, when we're trying to steal millions of dollars, it's worth it.
Yeah, I guess so.
My favorite part of Den of Thieves is everyone dies but me.
Yeah,
true. You're the survivor.
It's my favorite part.
That is, which allows the sequel. Yeah, if you were just about to watch that movie, now you know. Now you know. I want to mention this during this holiday season. ESPNLA and Subaru are partnering with the Folds of Honor Foundation for our inaugural Long Drive-a-thon event. Proceeds raised will provide scholarships to families of America's fallen or disabled military and first responders. The event is taking place on Friday, December 9 at Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. If you'd like to participate and purchase a green fee, go to blackgoldgolf.com. That's blackgoldgolf.com. Love, it's what makes Subaru. And by the way, that December 9th date is going to be epic because me and Scott Kaplan will be doing the show together that day.
Whoa.
I don't know. I
We've
can't handle
done a show together.
I don't know if I like that.
There is definitely going to be weirdness
Yeah, man.
ensuing.
Torkoff too or no?
No Torkoff.
Oh, come on.
No. But, by the way, you made a little Mason Torkoff king. How did you make that?
No. Somebody, I went to the remote afterwards.
Okay.
And then somebody handed it to me. Said, "Okay, give this to Mason."
Mason Torque King.
Yeah.
I've got that on my mantle.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very proud
Next
of
to
that.
your Mandy's?
That's amazing.
Next year's man. That's
Next to the Mandy's.
It's right next to the Mandy's, although it's much small. The Mandy's are like 2 feet high. That's Juan's request: is make the Mandy's smaller.
Oh,
They've got to be smaller.
Kaplan, that man.
I didn't get to go last time. I just got to do my shout out.
Yeah,
my acceptance speech.
It was a great show. It was a great show.
You going to come this time, Shay?
Absolutely, as long as it stops Scott from robbing more trophies from Mace.
Yeah, that's right.
Unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it when
I was so hurt.
I was. Look, I love Cappy.
That's
I
cool.
know you
It's
do.
not a great
I know.
rivalry.
Come on, man.
But like for the first one,
You brought me
We
in.
got show of the year. That was the most important thing
I
to me.
know.
Show of the year. Most important thing.
Stop.
it's important. But like to me,
You want
that's
MVP.
like LeBron can win MVP every year. So like this year, let's give it to Luka or something. You
not
know?
not the first year.
Yeah, not the
not
first
the
year.
first year, the
First year,
inaugural.
LeBron
We were
needs
robbed.
to win.
Yeah. You know what?
There it is.
Have you got your Christmas decorations? Oh, you don't decorate for Christmas.
You know what? We
you?
do.
Do you?
Yeah?
Yeah, I got kids, so we put up the lights.
Oh, Mama Momo.
I did I did some fusion this year. I did some blue lights and
Blue lights?
icicles, and then I put a Star of David up front too.
Yeah.
But then I also put like the Christmas colors in the trees and the everything.
Yeah,
out
right.
front. Yeah, so we got everything.
Shay, do you guys decorate?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, my mom. I mean, I do for my daughter. Like last year, I had to get the tree and all that for the first time. You know, my parents look at us as all old. So
Right.
you're out the house. They're not putting stuff up, so they don't have to take it down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it all falls on me. I got a 5-year-old now, and Christmas is really just about her.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, of course.
it's not even about me no more.
So I decorated like crazy this year.
Yeah?
Because
Like
Did you do it yourself?
Oh, like crazy, absolute crazy, and lights everywhere. It's very totally
Did
festive.
you get a projector?
I got one of those things that sprays
Yeah,
the
that's what I
lights
did too.
onto the.
It's so cool
Yeah.
onto a tree. It looks
It
really
looks
cool.
really, really great.
Yeah.
Because Juan's dad is coming this year.
Yeah.
My mom is coming this year with not stepdad. It's going to be a big,
Where's the holiday
big
party?
all. No holiday party.
No,
this
you're not
year.
doing it
We
again?
are so not ready.
That's a pandemic casualty right there.
No,
That's like
we're
a,
going to
really
do a party.
is.
It
We'll
is.
do
Really
a party.
is.
Wow. We're gonna do one.
You used to be the party host.
We're gonna do one for Memorial Day. Memorial Day.
That's a random.
Well,
that's
because
a random.
it's
Like
a
5
long
months
weekend.
from
It's a
now.
long weekend. It's summer kickoff.
Okay.
Yeah, I need time to get ready for this.
5.5 months.
5.5 months should be plenty of time.
Nice.
All right,
Called
so
Postmates.
Saturday night at the Rose Bowl, one lady who clearly had a lot to drink. Clearly.
Okay.
Was standing. We were all standing, but she was standing with her back to the field. And so she said, I cannot watch UCLA when they're on the field. So she would turn around when UCLA had the ball and say, they suck duck feathers, among other things, and then turn back. And then all night long she'd say, I haven't even seen UCLA play tonight. They suck duck feathers. Yeah.
Was she a Trojan fan or a UCLA
she was a Trojan fan. No, she didn't want to watch UCLA.
I mean, obviously it worked.
It did work.
You'll never be able to tell that lady it didn't work.
Crazy duck feather lady. She's good. She's good.
I think I kind of feel her, though, because when it was 14-0, I was like, all right, no more watching it on TV. I'm going to watch it on the app. When I watch on the app, nothing but good things start to happen.
Yeah.
So when they had the ball again, I was like, all right, I'm back to the app. Next thing I know, the app says interception.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's just that mojo, that fan mojo.
So I wanted to mention here, we're on YouTube today. Go to YouTube/ESPNLA and you can watch the show. And I don't like my angle at all. If somebody from the social media team,
what's wrong with it this time? What part of the angle now?
I'm totally in profile. I don't want to do the show in profile.
The profile for you?
No, I got a beak on me.
But you look again. Well, I guess in this sense, you're looking more towards Shay instead of playing towards us.
Correct. I'm playing towards.
So
the
we
room
need to change.
Yeah, we need to change.
Does
this YouTube make me look fat?
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, I know. It's a trick question.
What I will say is, I have learned that sometimes we are made to feel bad when we say like, oh, I don't think this lighting is good for me.
Yeah.
Or can you shoot me from the straight on instead of from the side? Because we'll seem like we're high maintenance or we're being a diva. But you know what? I'm the one looking bad on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Forever.
Not you.
Forever.
Right.
So go ahead and call me high maintenance. That's fine.
Exactly.
I don't want to look stupid.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Perfectly
it's fine.
But I'll tell you who's now. You're never a diva on the set. You're always like,
because I forget the cameras are there.
Yeah, me too. I forget.
that's
Completely.
the best thing.
Later
I
on,
was
I
looking
go,
like, why are y'all
what was I
filming Greg?
thinking?
That's the
and then I
smart thing.
realized there's
I know.
iPads everywhere.
But like, so we have this. Should I vent? Should I be embarrassing
Yeah,
for myself?
sure, go ahead.
There's a bureau cam room that we shoot around the horn from.
Right.
And when Rachel Nichols was working here, she put her foot down and said, hey, listen, the lighting in here sucks. We need to get some better lighting in here.
Yeah.
So she got some different lights in that room, and all of a sudden, you could see my makeup look better. I didn't look like flat. I didn't look green. Like, the lighting was just a lot
Didn't
better.
you just get a ring light like everybody else?
No, you would think that as a television company we would do something like
Yeah.
that, but we don't.
No.
Okay, so now Rachel's not here anymore, and
Right.
every time I go on the show, I'm like, hey, can we turn those lights on? The lights are still there.
Right.
Can we turn them on? And they go, oh, no, it really messes up the background. And I'm like,
So you don't
rather
get
me
the
look
words
about
anymore?
the
the
background.
background and not me looking. And every time I look on there, I go, gosh, dang.
The disrespect is
It's
crazy.
just like,
Are you like? Do you like to have like Vaseline on the lens to get a really soft
no,
focus?
it's just
No?
it's the lighting. It needs to be like, it's like the difference between Laker lighting and Clipper lighting. Laker lighting is that soft glow, the golden
Correct.
glow.
And it's
My
the
language.
crowd
And
is.
the Clipper lighting is like, wake up,
Yep.
Yeah.
wake up! It's bright white lights.
That's the thing. That's
you
the
know?
thing.
And it's a thing. I mean, I get it, but I prefer the soft mood lighting.
You said you know the two teams that are going to play in the Super Bowl. Momo, who? What two teams? And we're going to do $1 Million Monday a little. What two teams?
I think the Cowboys are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's going to be 35-31.
Wow.
I just had it
the
come.
Cowboys?
Yeah, it's going to be the Cowboys.
After watching yesterday.
Yeah, it's going to be the Cowboys. They smoked Minnesota.
Yeah, they did. They did.
It's but just like mark it down. Let's just see if I'm right.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I get these
Mark
little
it down.
premonitions.
Or as they say, save the tape, even though we have no more tape.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Shay, who do you think? Just off the top of your head.
I mean, I personally have developed a strong hate for the San Francisco 49ers.
Me too.
Oh,
I
no,
hate
here he
the
goes.
Niners.
Here he goes.
It's
Here he goes.
hard not to think that they're a good football team,
Really?
you know, but I refuse to say that over the airwaves, so I'm going to say Cowboys.
You like my Cowboys? Huh?
Yeah, I'm
Just
going,
so I don't have to say 49ers, which
I
is what I
love
really
Jalen
believe.
Hurts. I think the Eagles
Yeah,
are
you like the
going.
Eagles?
And
Eagles?
you know what's weird? I think Miami is going to be
That's a
in the
good
Super
call.
Bowl.
I think Miami's a good call.
They're undefeated with Tua at quarterback.
Really good defense.
Really good defense.
I would love to see Miami versus Chiefs. I would,
Miami
in
in the AFC
yeah,
championship.
None of us
in the
picked
AFC.
Buffalo, huh?
Tyreek back in whatever they call Arrowhead or
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Buffalo stumbled a little bit. They stumbled a little bit.
I got Josh Allen in fantasy. I'm aware that Buffalo.
Oh,
is
there you
me
go.
too. Same.
Yeah, 12 points yesterday.
What's your record in fantasy?
Terribly. I'm doing horrible.
Week 11.
Right now, I think I got 4 wins.
4 and 7.
Yeah, so it's bad.
Momo?
One league I'm really good. One league I don't talk about.
So what's the one you're really good in?
The league that's actually the money league.
Yeah, and what's the record?
I think I'm like 7-3 or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm
I'll
9-2.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Hey.
I'm rocking it.
Mace. No
rocking
more?
it.
I
No,
see you.
no more. It's fun to look at the standings and see last place Mace in first place.
Yeah, that's great.
Totally dig
By
that.
the way, I'll never get this on the radio. I will never pick another Raider for my fantasy team
Brutal.
ever again. Ever.
Really?
Thanks,
Rule to
Winfro.
follow.
I know he's killing
And then
me.
last year,
He-
I picked Ruggs. How did
Oh.
that go for me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Never again.
All right, coming up next for you, we will spin the wheel of questions.
Excellent.
We'll also talk some Lakers. Lakers on a 3-game winning streak. AD is on an absolute tear. We'll get to it. Hey, if you own a small business, even if it's a nonprofit or
As part of the Subaru Love Promise Initiative, ESPNLA and Subaru's Southern California retailers have teamed up to recognize and award a student scholar athlete $2,500 in cash as part of the Subaru Loves to Learn campaign. High school coaches and parents, nominate your child or student who have excelled in the classroom and on the field. Go to ESPNLA.com. Subaru gives back to its community, not because it's good for business, but because it's the right thing to do. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
$710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win a mill.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPNLA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPNLA app.
Download the new ESPNLA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
All right, here we go. Let's see what. Okay. Mason and Ireland, Momo's here. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is hanging out today, too. What if you had the possibility of raising one aspect of yourself? Beauty, intelligence, confidence. But you had to lower another aspect to the same degree. So, again, it's beauty, intelligence, confidence. Which one would you raise knowing that another one had to go down?
That's interesting.
What do you want? What do you want, Momo? Beauty, intelligence, confidence. You raise one, you lower another.
Gosh, that's good. I think I'm gonna just stay right here. Because I would.
You got to answer the question,
You're
Momo.
thinking, you have to entertain the premise. That's the rule. Entertain the premise. Entertain the premise.
Then I want more beauty, and I'll sacrifice some intelligence.
Tell you what, you got confidence. You could lower your confidence level.
I don't think I have that much confidence.
Oh no, I think you're extremely confident,
shark.
don't you?
Yeah, in certain things.
Yeah.
In other things, I'm super insecure.
Do you really think you can afford to lower the intelligence?
Yeah, I got plenty to spare.
Got that for days.
Shay, what do you think?
I already lowered the intelligence when I had kids. I don't sleep as much. There are some times that I'm like, did I just leave the refrigerator door open for 2 hours? Like, what?
Yeah, no,
like,
true.
you're like, what was I doing? I went over there to do something. Nope. Don't know where it went. Where'd that thought go?
All right, Shay, what do you think?
I don't know if you know this. I'm a pretty man. All right, I'm a pretty man, bro.
All right, that's good. That's confidence too.
Yeah, so like, I guess I would rather be the smartest guy in the room than anything. You know, I know plenty of ugly people who've made it.
Right.
So I can
so
afford
you would
to
turn down the intelligence.
I can afford to. I turn up the intelligence. I can afford to lose some looks. It's all right, bro. I know some pretty ugly people who've made it well off into the world.
That's awesome.
I like the way you say it.
Pretty ugly. Lord.
All right, Jorge, what do you think?
Give me more intelligence.
Yeah.
And bring down some of the beauty. And
Bring down some of the beauty?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. Look, think about this. With intelligence and looks, you get confidence, so it's cool.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Really good point. Bergman, what do you think?
Well, when you're pretty low in all three, it makes it a little difficult.
Right.
So,
Or like what Shay was saying,
I'm gonna bring. Let's bring the confidence up just a little bit, and we'll take down the looks to even lower.
Wow.
You know.
I think that's a good call, Greg.
What a
Huh?
Bruin.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
Thanks.
you're raising confidence?
Yeah, raising confidence. Yeah.
You've got confidence, don't you?
No, but he could go a little more swagger.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a little more
Because the
swaggy.
truth is, you can get away with being like a little bit like not as cute if you got confidence.
Right.
Confidence
If you have a
is
winning
good looking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right.
It's how you carry yourself.
So
Right.
I
Not
fully.
with my arms folded and
I am
nervous.
very, very super smart.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
very,
would,
very super smart.
I would not. I would be willing to give up
you don't
some
need all that.
intelligence points.
I agree.
For a little bit more looks. I would
Okay,
take a little
same.
more
You
looks.
and me are the
Yeah,
same,
the same. Yeah.
Standard Mason.
What's standard?
Standard Mason that you're like, let's get these looks up.
But the thing
By the way,
is,
all the smart people say I'm super smart.
Yeah, I'm really super smart.
Really,
what's
really
that Simpsons
super
thing?
smart.
I am so smart. SMRT.
All right, let's do a little Lakers here. Shay, you're a huge Lakers fan. Momo, you cover the team. They are on a 3-game winning streak, and Anthony Davis is playing like we've always imagined Anthony Davis would play. He's done it for 3 straight games. Is this sustainable?
The Lakers have had a very, very forgiving schedule after a very unforgiving schedule.
Right.
So, I mean, they had 4 days off in the middle of the season. It was like they played on a Monday and then not again until Friday. That's not bad. Like,
No.
thank you, NBA schedule makers.
Sure.
Like,
They got a break in there.
yeah, and then they had kind of some easy teams lately. You know, the San Antonio.
Yeah, Brooklyn,
second,
Detroit, San Antonio.
Yeah, but the Brooklyn one was good, but
That's a game. That's a game where they don't have any size that matters, and
Right.
Anthony Davis
That's
cleaned
right.
up. Detroit was missing big men. He cleaned up. Last night, Jakob Poeltl didn't play.
Right.
He cleaned up.
yeah,
So he
you should dominate those games.
right, and I don't want to diminish what Anthony Davis is doing because we've always said Anthony Davis can be this guy, the guy kind of guy that LeBron James could say, "Here are the car keys, take it away."
Yeah, and I think the importance that we've seen from Anthony Davis is that player that we've seen that we wanted to see him in the paint, doing his thing. Not worried about getting hurt. I think that's on the back of his mind why he takes so many jump shots and things like that. Is clanging and banging in there leads to injuries most of the time. But he's shown no fear. He's doing his thing. 30-plus, 15-plus boards. That is the big man that we Laker fans are really used to, as far as what we've had in our history. So to see Anthony Davis, to see the rest of the guys stepping up as well without LeBron. Aren't we undefeated without LeBron?
We are. No, I think we lost that first one without LeBron.
What was the one
I'm trying
right
to think,
before
what was
Brooklyn?
right before Bergman? What was right before Brooklyn?
Right before Brooklyn was Sacramento. They lost that.
Sacramento, we lost that game. So 3-1 without
Yeah,
LeBron.
still a great record. Let's just stay the course. The teams that I thought were tanking don't seem to be tanking just yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we have to win.
San
these
Antonio
games.
started to tank.
Yeah, good. Get it
They
going.
were good at the beginning, and now they're like, okay, enough with this.
Yeah.
So as long as we stay the course and we allow these lower ranked teams to build our confidence as a team, I think we can make a splash where we don't give New Orleans the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to grab wins against the bad teams, and they're in a stretch of – because I think best case scenario, this team is in the play-in tournament. Do you agree with that?
Well, considering how they started, yeah.
Best case scenario.
I thought they could have been 6-7 seed if they would have got off to a decent start, but they got off to a horrendous start. So, the horrendous start, you have to make those games up now.
Right.
When you start 2-10, it's 8 games you got to make up just to get to 500.
We're playing for the 10, probably.
8 or 9. You just get into the play-in tournament. Nobody's running away with it. Nobody else is good either.
Well, 10, you're in the play-in tournament, right?
Yeah, but that's the last spot in.
Yeah.
You got to win 2
But,
games.
I mean, we're 5 and 10. Yeah, you got to win 2 games. You're right.
Yeah,
you got to win 2 games if you're the 10. 1 game if you're the 9. Right? Because 8 plays 9 for the 7 plays 8 for the 7. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's all mixed up.
Here, let me look
Let's
at the
just
West.
get in there, baby.
Yeah, get in there somehow. Exactly.
Let me look at the West, okay? It's the Lakers are 5 and 10. The Thunder 7 and 9, right above them.
Yeah.
Lakers are at 13th now, okay? The Thunder 7 and 9. Warriors 8 and 9. Timberwolves 8 and 8. Those are the teams ahead of you. Those are the 10, 11, and 12 teams ahead of the Lakers.
And they're catchable.
Yeah.
If you play well, they're catchable.
There's also the Kings up there at 9 and 6. But the
some
Jazz
of these teams
are
are
leading the conference.
They're going to drop.
Yeah, some of these teams are going to fade. I don't know how the Jazz are leading the conference.
Insane.
Yeah, I mean, and they've played really, really well. What's their record now?
The Lakers?
The Jazz.
12 and 6 for the Utah
12
Jazz.
and 6 is completely
Suns,
unexpected.
10 and 6. Trailblazers 10 and 6. Nuggets 10 and 6. These are the top 4 teams in the West.
Right.
I don't think it's going to look like that at the end.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
Definitely
Put it that way.
All right, tell you what, coming up next, we will talk about the World Cup, and we'll talk about some of the fun treats that Qatar has for players and fans at the World Cup, and the way the British wives, the wives of the English team, are visiting the games, and it is in a really cool way. We got that coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Travis and Sliwa each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use the code TS22 to join our show league and start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app, use the code TS22 to join the Travis and Sliwa Show League, pick 5 games against the spread to win $100, or play all season long at cover5.com.
As part of the Subaru Love Promise Initiative, ESPNLA and Subaru's Southern California retailers have teamed up to recognize and award a student scholar athlete $2,500 in cash as part of the Subaru Loves to Learn campaign. High school coaches and parents, nominate your child or student who have excelled in the classroom and on the field. Go to ESPNLA.com. Subaru gives back to its community, not because it's good for business, but because it's the right thing to do. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Here's the call from Ken Williams on the YouTube feed. Michael Imperioli on the White Lotus looks like Mason's older brother, especially his profile, i.e. nose.
That is an amazing call.
Actually, it's not the worst thing in the world.
That's really good.
Are you watching White Lotus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You watching it?
I didn't watch last night. I'm going to watch tonight.
It's so good. Shay? No.
I am not watching it, but I support Aubrey Plaza.
I'll tell you what. You made Ingrid Goes West with her, which is a great,
Which one is she?
indie movie.
Which?
She's the nightmare girl who doesn't get along with the other couple.
Oh yeah, she's good.
She's really good.
Hardest working woman I know.
She's got some kind of like scary vibe to her.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She can get those eyes going, and you're like, "Whoa, I'm scared of you, girl."
One of my favorite people.
The big CY has stopped in.
up?
Clinton, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm coming off watching this USMNT game.
Yeah, what do you
we
think?
had to do kind of a fire drill because I did the show today. I did the TV show today. And
Right.
We had to tape, watch the game, tape some
Oh, I
more.
saw that. I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I'm not on."
I know it's always awkward. I can't give anything more away than that. But I thought, and this is what I said on the show, but I think that was a B- effort from that team. Sometimes when you go into a tournament, you've got energy you've got to manage, you've got emotions you've got to manage. They couldn't do both at the same time.
How many players on the team can you name?
Probably 6 or 7.
Oh,
disgusting.
It's not a pop quiz.
No,
What a monster.
we just got to get a baseline.
We don't have to.
Yeah, but I mean,
anybody
I
here.
follow soccer.
Okay.
And this
Yeah.
is,
So
this is-
he actually has a real soccer opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm just
Unlike
saying off
us
the top
who are
of
like-
my. Oh no,
Let me sit and listen.
What happened to Gareth Bales? The refs.
Well, I mean, if you want to get into it,
No,
Gareth
no.
Bale got one touch in the end of this game, not unlike what he did for LAFC, and it changed
Yes,
the game. I mean,
exactly.
that's the thing, and like the U.S. team is not good enough to not do everything right to win a game. And
Right,
if
yeah.
they run out of gas on either emotion or energy, they're not going to win, and that's what happened today. So.
There's the draw is okay. The draw is okay. They're gonna lose to England. England
Are they?
was
England
Yeah.
scored 6 goals.
USA.
England scored
USA.
6 goals.
England scored 6 goals.
But
today. They
the
looked
other
great.
team is Iran in the.
Yeah, but Iran got 2 goals, which is a big deal because of the way goal differential works. We're way in the weeds here.
Well,
No, this is we
but
don't know
yeah,
anything.
we're-
Like you
today,
educating us.
Tonight, as in tonight in Doha, went about as well as it can go for not going extremely poorly.
Why are you not in Doha? That feels like an assignment.
I
that
would not go to Doha if they asked me, bro.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Not doing it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
see-
can't do authoritarian regimes. Sorry. Listen. As
I feel like
as a
Clinton-
brother that grew up in America, we got enough to dodge.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
cool.
I'm not going to where I might not make it out, if you get my point.
They're not coming to get me.
No.
No.
They're not coming to get me.
Well, I mean, all this stuff in Qatar is just crazy.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
and I'm not here to start a whole conversation.
I'm not
about that,
either.
but
I'm
like
not
that's
either.
not
Yeah.
that's not an assignment I would say yes to unless it was straight up on some hazard pay.
Although the straight up no sex thing, I think, is like
That's a
ridiculous.
problem. That
What
doesn't
happened?
work.
What is
It's
this whole
the
thing?
tournament's
Single
a month.
people are not allowed to have sex.
It's a month-long tournament.
They're advised not to.
All right,
Is that like a mask
advised is
mandate?
different.
like
Advised.
technically,
Like a mask mandate.
yeah, like technically, strong masks are still strongly advised.
Right.
But I'm not trying to find out what's on the other end of the advisory
Yeah,
statement.
we
the-
told
the-
you.
You know
the
what I'm
what
saying?
if
Right.
list,
I
We
don't-
told
I
you.
don't- I don't need to know. I mean, I don't need to know when they make that decision either. You know what I'm saying? Not good for business.
So the English World Cup team, and we mentioned they won today. They beat Iran, right?
Iran, yeah.
The soccer team is dealing with all of the crazy rules in Qatar. Meanwhile, the wives and the girlfriends are aboard a crazy billion-dollar cruise ship called the Floating Palace.
The Wags?
So that is their way around it.
Wives and girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, wives
Get
and
it?
girlfriends.
Wives and girlfriends.
Great show, by the way.
What's that?
Wags was a great
Oh,
show.
I thought Floating Palace might be the name of
No,
the show.
that's a great idea. I know. We've got a little bit of a mind melt going on.
What's going on?
I'm on the TV
You
screen
have a
in the
different
studio.
outfit on, too. Oh, no,
I
it's just
put a
covered
shirt
up
on.
with a
That's
hoodie.
rule
Okay.
1, by the way. You don't wear out of the studio what you wore on television, because if you're out somewhere, somebody's going to
Wardrobe
say something.
changes?
Or just a cover.
Oh, I
I
do.
see
Cover
you.
up.
I see
We're not
you.
all like you.
I
where
respect
doesn't
it,
matter.
bro.
We don't
I
have,
respect
We don't
it.
have security rolling around. Shay, I'm just saying no.
So, anybody watch the Rams yesterday?
No, wait, I want to hear more about this boat.
Oh, more about the boat.
Yeah, tell me about the boat.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Something that's actually staying afloat. Look out! Come on, Greg. That's what I got when I'm talking about the Rams.
That's
Okay.
Anyway.
disrespect.
Because Mason was the only one to watch yesterday.
The luxury billion-dollar
Yeah.
cruise liner, which usually costs £2 million for 9 nights, has set sail for Doha. Wags set to live aboard the vessel during the World Cup, taking place. Guests will be living the high life thanks to onboard beauty salons, boutiques, 14 ocean view jacuzzis, and the longest dry slide at sea titled the Venom Drop to keep them entertained between matches. Meanwhile, the husbands and the boyfriends are in
Is the
Doha.
boat in international waters?
It's a good question.
You say that like
maritime.
you've got activities that you participated in international.
No, I'm
waters.
just saying if there's this whole no sex thing.
Maritime
I
love.
think I found a loophole.
When the boats are rocking.
Exactly.
It's a very good point.
Right?
Excellent call. Okay.
If it's in international waters.
Right.
What is a dry slide?
That's my question. Thank you. Like, I don't want to go down a slide dry.
Related matter. No.
Yeah, so a dry slide.
There are so many ways I could answer that question that would not be good for any of our careers.
Yeah, I don't know what a dry slide is. Maybe somebody
Just saying.
Hashtag dry slide.
I left it there.
Yeah.
All right, so anybody watch the Rams yesterday?
Oh, well.
No.
You got out of that one quick.
I like to enjoy my Sundays.
Another dry slide or the Rams. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I heard Travis and Slee talking about this morning.
Yep.
What is your mindset game to game now? Are you evaluating?
Yes, I think we've moved into evaluation.
But I mean, bro, it's like what week? I mean, there's
we're moving into week 12.
a lot of games to go for just
What are they now?
evaluation.
3 and 7?
3 and 7.
A lot of games to go to just be evaluating for
Now,
6 weeks.
but here's the thing: Stafford just got his second concussion in 3 weeks.
Well, I'll give you my evaluation on that.
Yeah, I don't want to see Matthew Stafford
on.
again.
Yeah,
until
You
next
got
year.
4 beautiful girls.
I mean, next
At
year
home.
at best.
Like,
You got
go
the
be-
ring,
Yeah,
bro.
go turn on some
Like-
Bluey
Yeah,
and
but
chill.
Just
he's
chill.
making a lot of money. He's going to be the quarterback next
Yeah.
year.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he's
Heal up.
100% going to be the quarterback.
Got the rest of your life ahead of you. Heal up.
Cooper Kupp, next meaningful game
See you
is in
later.
September. No
Yeah.
worries.
Right.
Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, cut their plays. Just cut their plays and let's see somebody else. I as a fan, it bums me out. Obviously, I mean, I'm going to be at the Seattle game in a couple of weeks, and I'm sure we're going to get crushed. But I think that in the best interest of protecting the 2023 season, we're really careful with the end of the 2022 season. It's a hard thing to explain to
is.
fans because, and my
Especially
review,
to vet, not just fans. It's a hard thing to you try telling Aaron Donald that.
To shut it down.
Yeah.
Try telling Jalen Ramsey that.
It's not easy.
well, see,
I'll send an email. I'm not going to tell him to his face.
yeah, but I think the end
It's
of that.
an email, not a meeting. Yeah.
Here's another way to dislike Tom Brady. I really believe that comeback, and I don't know that this team was never going to be a Super Bowl team or anything like that, but it was potentially a playoff team. That last drive, the Tom Brady drive on the Rams at the end of that game, I think broke their back.
Really?
I think that broke their back.
Huh.
That's the game where Jalen Ramsey came out afterwards and said, "What the f?
Yeah.
We stopped him. Why are we even back on the field?" I think that's what ruined what otherwise could have been an average season.
There you go. You know what? That's right.
Yeah.
An average season.
An
It was
average
just gonna
season.
Be, like LeBron and Maverick Carter had Jalen Ramsey on the shop on Thursday
Yeah,
Night
I
Football.
saw that. Yeah.
Right. And I was watching this whole thing, and first of all, it's good, but there's too many people talking. I need like 3.
A lot happening.
It was just too much. I couldn't follow because there's too many people talking. But I wanted LeBron. Like LeBron and Jalen Ramsey have a lot in common this year.
Yeah.
They're both all-time greats on a team whose best hope is to be kind of average.
Right. Here's a
That's
little,
what I wanted to hear on Thursday Night Football.
Here is a little conversation between Jalen Ramsey and LeBron James that we happen to have standing by.
Aaron Rodgers, prime years, like, are they really, like, what are they doing? Like, move on.
I would say. I would feel like it's a discredit when you got
And don't get another?
You got a transcendent franchise player like Aaron Rodgers, quarterback. Obviously, we know the quarterback position in the NFL. You know, besides if you have like a monster defensive end, you know what I'm saying, or a D tackle like obviously Aaron Donald. That's the most important position in the NFL. So why wouldn't you surround that when you got the picks to maximize what he can do?
Are we still talking football or are we talking basketball?
I was going to say.
Okay, I just want to make sure you wasn't talking
I mean, it definitely translates.
So Jay,
I don't want to talk about me.
they had some guys, but they ain't drafted nobody, though.
Definitely translates.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you've got the picks.
As we like to say, the call is coming
Whoa.
from inside the house
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I was like, who are we talking about?
Who cut that discussion off?
I think it
That was
was
Mav.
Maverick.
That was
Yeah,
Mav. That was like,
Carter
careful
cut
there,
that
Braun.
off.
Yeah, chill.
You know what? That's like just give him the Twitter
Yep.
right in that moment and finish the thought. because that's usually what he's doing on Twitter, right?
Right.
Like, there's a filter though, and his name was Maverick Carter. That would have been a good discussion to keep going.
Yeah, that call
Would have been
inside
interesting.
the house.
I actually liked the Shops version of Thursday Night Football. I thought there was some good stuff in there. You weren't as high, right?
You know what? I wanted to like it. They had good guests. It was just too many. There was 6 or 7 guys on the set.
Right. There was a bunch of guys sitting around talking about the game.
And I couldn't understand everybody because there was just too much audio all at once.
With the crowd.
With the
all
crowd,
that.
yeah.
I was going to say that was a megacast situation.
That was a megacast
Because I was like,
situation.
why are we hearing game sound?
Thursday Night Football on Prime, they put the Shop on as an
It's a good idea.
alternative broadcast.
It's like when we have crosstalk. We can't all talk at once.
Right, but there's not a game happening in the background.
Yeah,
Right.
the microphones aren't even right for something like that.
I am partial to Manning cast. Is what
Are
I'm
you?
partial
You know
to.
what's interesting about that is the Manning cast ratings have slowly eroded.
That's fine.
Yeah, because the novelty's worn off.
I think the novelty is over.
You ever thought about doing one of those, O'Shea?
I mean, I'd be down.
Like a cast with your crew?
I would only like it if I'm winning. You know,
That's right.
like football is the only sport where I watch 2 random teams.
Right.
Like I could watch any 2 teams play. So yeah, I mean, I haven't turned down anything sports related yet.
Yeah, we tried a mega cast once for the Rams 49ers game. It was at San Francisco, and about halfway through Bergman, I was like, no, I can't do this with my own team because I was too emotionally invested.
It hurts.
Yeah, when you're that emotionally invested, you can. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So
wait, you shut that down at halftime?
Yeah, I said that's it.
That's it for me.
That's it for me. We were behind.
That's funny.
I was out. All right, coming up next for you, I want to ask you guys about this play-by-play call that Bergman found, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else? Have you been to a kegger lately?
No.
Anybody been to a kegger lately?
Not lately, but in the past.
I've got an example of one coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right, Josh Romero from Downey is on the line. Hey, Josh, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Finally, I get a chance to get at this. I've been trying for about 3 weeks trying to get in.
Well, you finally made it, man. You've already won a pair of tickets to see Rams Seahawks at SoFi Stadium, and now is your chance to win $1 million. Who are the 2 Super Bowl teams and the final score?
I'm going with the Miami Dolphins and the 49ers. I'm taking the Niners 34, Dolphins 30.
34-30. All right, interesting pick. Josh Romero from Downey. The 49ers beat the Dolphins 34-30. Thanks a lot for playing, man. We appreciate it on $1 Million Monday.
Listen every Monday for $1 Million Monday this football season on LA's Mega $1 Million Sports Station.
Everybody's got a prize.
710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. We got a full house today. Jorge Bergman here as always. O'Shea Jackson's hanging out. O'Shea Jackson Jr. Momo is here. Clinton Yates is here. So, guys, I've got a play-by-play call I want to bounce off you. This is a great dunk by Kai Jones from the Charlotte Bobcats.
Against the most dunked-on team in the history of the league, the Washington Wizards.
And the play-by-play guy has an interesting approach to this. His name is what?
Eric Collins.
Eric Collins, thank you. Listen to this.
Look at Kai Jones. What's this going to be? Oh! Are you kidding me? Hum-diddly-dee.
Hum-diddly-dee.
Is this your maiden voyage with Eric Collins?
Yeah, hum-diddly-dee.
With all due respect for everybody who works at this station, that guy's the best play-by-play guy in the league.
In the league by far.
Everybody knows this.
Really?
He goes nutso every single time. And, 2 years ago when they were, the high-flyingest team in the league and all those guys were all over the place, they were a top 1 league pass watch for him alone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So hum-diddly-dee.
No, he says all types of random S. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I almost said it because that's how much I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But he is really creative.
And you think he's the best NBA play-by-play guy in the league?
Let's just say this. I don't know
Second
that there's
best after
somebody-
Ireland.
Right, well, obviously. But I don't know that there's anybody better when it comes to calling exciting plays.
Because it's an unbelievable play. If you see the play, the Kai Jones dunk is...
Look up his highlights.
There's literally YouTube compilations of this guy calling dunk.
And that goes for team-by-team guys. Shouts to, Breen and,
Sure,
everybody
all
else.
those guys,
You know what I'm saying? And, obviously, there's so many talented people. But, as far as local team guys on TV go, it's tough to beat him.
Does he say hum-diddly-dee a lot?
I don't know that he does say that a lot. That was just funny.
Hum-diddly-dee
He just brings the energy that you need. The same way Jim Ross used to do for WWF.
Yeah.
It's just like you
There's
need
a
that energy.
There's a Gus Johnson level element to what he brings, too.
Yeah.
He's good.
Anybody see the Rams yesterday? Just kidding.
Chill.
That was funny.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
That made me laugh.
All right.
I mean, they popped up on the red zone a little bit. That's how I saw them.
We were not in the red zone a lot. I don't think we need the laugh
A little
track.
bit.
Minimal red zone.
Who's playing the last? Oh, we've got some Eric Collins.
Has to fire! Jeremy Lamb wins it! Unbelievable! What just happened? Toronto! Kemba Walker. Oh! Bridges rips it down! Oh!
Told you.
How do you not love
Kemba.
this man?
Yeah.
Off the window!
Has really controlled his second unit all season long.
Miles Bridges!
Right. When Miles Bridges was going nuts, he was in his rarest form.
One more.
Get ready for the final shot of the third quarter. It's Kemba fires it and makes it!
How does he not curse?
You think a murder was happening.
This is great.
That is the most emphatic play-by-play call.
You know what? We
in
should
the
all
league.
take turns doing that during segments.
Somebody
Like,
just goes
for
nuts.
30 seconds,
I'd
just
lose
go
my
nuts.
voice.
Curse,
Yeah,
for
I'd lose
sure.
my voice. Yeah, he's like the triple espresso shot.
Yeah.
He's like the triple espresso shot of the league.
There was a guy at the USC-UCLA game who I turned to Sliwa and I said, this guy is over-cheering.
Overcheer.
That happened.
Yeah. Where he was like yelling things
Totally.
over everybody. When
Yes.
nothing was going on, he would yell like, run it down their effing throats! He's over-cheering. He stood out over everybody. Like, I think there is a
That's kind of a point, yeah.
Cheer
Nevin's a little
decorum.
like that. My husband, he's a little like that.
He's a loud cheerer?
Yeah, like a little embarrassing. Like a little like, honey, just, you know.
You're kind of
just tone it down a little bit.
Is he? He's a Raiders fan, right?
Raiders.
What
he
could
likes
he
SC.
possibly
He's
cheer
an SC
about?
guy.
Oh, he is an SC guy.
SC. But he'll be like, he's kind of like a fan for hire. Like, I would take him with me to Stanford Cal games, and he would just become like the biggest Stanford
give me a
fan,
side.
right? Like he would be almost getting into fights with the Cal fans. I'm like, no, we don't
Give
get
me
in
a
fights.
Side.
Like us Stanford people, we just like avoid the fight because it's not worth it.
Oh yeah,
I saw.
I've got class. And
I saw a
homework.
grown man fight at. I saw there was one at UCLA SC. I saw there was it was like a dad son combo.
We had a
where
scuffle.
like son was
Was it
popping off
USC?
and dad was representing him. Dad was
All
like,
right.
"Yeah, go
Like,
ahead, son."
I'm slightly concerned about Nevin as a soccer dad.
Oh,
Okay,
go for it.
so I'm the coach.
Let the dog out.
We
Oh,
got,
you're the coach.
I'm the coach. Sunday morning soccer, and I'm like all about the sportsmanship right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to raise like little jerks. Okay,
Right.
so every week we play, and there's usually like one kid on the other team who's super good, and everybody else is just like picking daisies and running around. Like,
Right.
we're happy if they use their feet. Okay,
Right.
and like our team, the other team is just usually like our best kid against the other best kid, and everybody else is just out there. Sure. So this week we played a team that did not have like a ringer. There was 3 little kids out there, and they were just, just out of there.
Exercising.
And we have our best, right? Not even exercising. Like, like, they're just there. And our best girl is like almost 5. She's like kind of at the end of the 3 and 4 year old age. She could take it from them every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Go
So
get it.
I finally say to her, I'm like, hey,
Chill.
let him dribble a little
Right.
bit.
Put up
Let
the
him
X.
dribble a little bit.
Put up
And
the
at one
X.
point, I let him score. I was like, hey, Lexi, just hang back. Hang back. Let him score. Like, I want them to have a little success.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I hate it when people do that to us.
But
Like,
isn't
it's
Like
like,
you
that
don't take
sort of-
extra bags after a certain point in a game.
Yeah,
in
like,
baseball.
I mean,
But
like-
at what point does it become the everybody gets a ribbon mentality?
not when they're 3.
that's
Or
when,
4.
that's when it starts.
This is
Yeah.
like beehive soccer, okay?
Right.
So, like, I just want them to be able to...
Ireland would say you got to teach them how to lose when they're
Yeah, okay. I mean, like, literally, Daniel, this is so sweet. Okay, my 4-year-old, he says to me, he gets upset. He goes, "Mommy, they're not sharing." I said, "It's the other team. It's their job to take the ball." But I understand where that comes from because, like, the whole thing is about sharing. Anyway.
So he
Nevin-
sounds confounded by the rules.
Yeah, a little bit. He doesn't quite understand the our team, their team yet.
Yeah.
Nevin's like, we don't have a big enough lead yet for you to be pulling off
Yo, chill. You
and letting them score. And I was like, Nevin, it's 2-0. Let them have a goal. It's okay.
2
Down
I'm
in
with him.
distance.
And he-
100%.
Scariest
He's
lead in
like,
sports.
we need a 3 or 4 goal lead before you start calling off the dogs, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, come on, man. Like,
No, but
Yeah.
that's what I wanted with my daughter. My daughter hasn't picked up any type of sport yet, but the other day
She's what, 5?
5,
right?
yeah, but like
That's when they
you know,
start to
I tried
get
to
it.
like shove the ball in her hand, and she
Yeah.
doesn't care.
No.
But the other day I'm watching wrestling. She goes, "Daddy, I want to do that."
oh.
So I was like, please, just let me raise a future WWE champion of the world.
That would be
Please,
strong.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
need it.
That
You think I
would
would go
be-
nuts for basketball?
I think that
Let
would
me
be
get
the
her on
greatest
the
thing
ring.
You
ever.
got to start working on your promos at that point.
Oh,
I mean,
I've been ready to go since I was 16
I was
years
gonna say
old.
you got to be a part of that operation.
I'm ready to
if
go,
that's what
man.
goes on.
Yeah,
Right.
pumped. As a fan, I'm very aggressive. My agent took me courtside to a Laker game, and
I have
heckled.
seen you there.
Yes, I heckled Kevin Durant, and I haven't been back since.
So what do you say to
Wait,
Kevin
but he
Durant?
still let you on your show.
Yeah, I know,
his
but
show?
like we don't text no more.
What do you say to KD?
Because he was guarding Kobe.
Sacrifice the
Kobe
relationship.
had 17 in the first half, and I'm yelling at Kobe. Kobe, don't do it. He's just a boy. He's just a boy. And all Kevin could do was he can't do it all night. Whatever, man. I was in Kevin and Russ' ear the entire night.
Really?
Yeah. Go.
Were you
Lakers.
in their heads?
Of course. That's until we lost. But
Yeah.
but my favorite moment about that at halftime, I feel a hand hit my shoulder, and it's Kobe. And so I'm like, oh, my God, it's
my
my
God.
hero. And he says, hey, man, you finally made it down here.
Wow.
And I went and dapped him up and gave him a hug, and I might have closed my eyes when I hugged him.
Yep.
And, Momo, you come up to me and say, you know, I saw that, right?
We all
I
saw
did.
it.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's
I have a
Kobe.
witness.
Yeah, like I hugged
It
Kobe.
really
Eyes
happened.
closed.
We were at you came to the final Kobe game, the retirement game,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you actually, we did post game, and you were on the post game. That was amazing
I
night.
yelled at Charles Barkley and Skip Bayless.
So like, hold on,
You
eyes
are
closed,
such a
like
heckler. I love
like prom kissed, eyes closed.
It was just like
that's how emotional it was.
bro,
You had to like
Kobe, bro.
You had to.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like your hero says, you finally made it.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
good.
Thanks, God. Good looking out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
So and let me hit this thing here. So Guy Fieri, do you know who that is?
Guy Fieri?
Yeah.
Flavortown.
On the next Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
So he became the third
Pretty good, Fieri.
third celebrity chef to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, okay.
That's a
Joining-
lower number than I would have thought.
He's
Learning
in a lot of episodes of that Triple D.
That's
Wolf-
a much lower
Never
number
been to a
than I would've
drive-in.
thought.
Not
Yeah.
one time.
Wolfgang Puck and Bobby Flay, the only two guys.
Where's Iron Chef?
I might have seen one of your movies at a drive-in.
They said, where do you want to have your luncheon after your star? And Guy Fieri says, what's a luncheon? I don't effing luncheon. I don't want an effing luncheon. I want a rager. I want a kegger. Let's do something big. I'm really serious. What do you do after the network throws you the greatest party and all your buddies are there and Foreigner plays and it starts to rain? Well, you load up 10 of your best friends and drive to the tattoo shop and you all get star tattoos. I think I'm possibly the only person who got a star and went to get a tattoo for it. That's how Guy Fieri celebrated his star. But I haven't had.
That's a little much.
You gotta relax, bro.
I mean, he's
You
the
think
mayor.
that's too much?
He's the mayor of Flavortown.
Flavortown.
He is. He is.
I like Guy Fieri. I mean, all he does is show up and try to make people's dreams come true.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
And it's like he'll be like, "That is the best
Yeah.
chili verde.
Yeah.
You're doing it right, man."
That's the
great.
problem with
Banging.
those. That's the problem with those shows. Like, do you ever see the Stanley Tucci Goes to
I
Italy
watch it.
show?
Yeah. Not as good as Bourdain,
That's a
but
little
it's
rich
all
for
right.
my blood.
It's
but
very
yeah.
hard to come up with new ways to
I
say
know.
that's delicious.
Right.
Like.
Oh, I can tell. I've watched enough Triple D, so I can tell if it's actually good or if he's just being nice.
Right. Adjectives through the roof.
No, it's just the way he sells it too.
Oh.
It's the way he'll sell it.
Okay.
Like, because I'll watch that, and that always sucks me in. It's that and Chopped, because they have
Oh, yeah,
one
Chopped
episode
all
that
day.
runs into the next, and you're like, wait, but I was trying to turn it off after this one.
Do you
Yeah.
ever play the Chopped game?
What? Try to guess
where you
from
put
the
on
beginning.
Chopped and you try to guess from the
beginning?
from the introduction who's actually
All
going
these
to win.
games sound way more fun when you're a little baked going into them, right?
Sidebar.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
I'm low key faded.
I kind of wish Guy Fieri owned some sort of a sporting team or was like
He was at the Warriors games all the time, or he was at.
if he was involved in a league, because that guy's funny.
He's got great energy.
Yeah.
All right, I want to play a weird interchange from an SEC Network halftime show.
Oh, I know this.
Do you know this one?
I know the characters. I'm going to recuse myself from this conversation.
It's so odd. It's so odd. Plus, let's see. Let's do. Okay. Shohei Ohtani. This is a complete left turn. Shohei Ohtani. Should the Angels trade him now? That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This past season, technology took sports viewership.
As part of the Subaru Love Promise Initiative, ESPNLA and Subaru's Southern California retailers have teamed up to recognize and award a student scholar athlete $2,500 in cash as part of the Subaru Loves to Learn campaign. High school coaches and parents, nominate your child or student who have excelled in the classroom and on the field. Go to ESPNLA.com. Subaru gives back to its community, not because it's good for business, but because it's the right thing to do. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
$710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win a mill.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
Monday.
Yeah, it kind of is.
For all intents and purposes.
Happy Monday.
It's good though, right? That's what people need. You know what? It's a short week.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It is a happy Monday.
Yeah, hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Everybody's
Blessings,
got a short
blessings,
week.
blessings.
Yeah. So Peter Burns and Ben Watson were on the SEC network doing a halftime show this weekend. And I guess Ben Watson, former player, Peter Burns, broadcaster, there was an odd exchange. And I'm going to play this thing and tell me what you think is going on. They're on a set, 4 guys on a set, and an exchange between Peter Burns and Ben Watson.
45-20. By the way, did you not get the memo on the suits? We all went dark today. You're like Easter service.
Y'all kind of leave me out. But man,
He
as
said
long
you got an Easter suit on.
as long as I get the text from my wife that says I look good.
Oh, really?
So send me the text, babe. Send me the text.
It's not the one she sent me. I was just outdoors.
Commercial live TV.
15 to 6.
Live TV.
Oh, man on the toes.
Now they come back from the commercial
Welcome
break.
back to the Farm Rich halftime report. Just you and I here, Taki. I'm not sure what happened to Peter Burns, or did you have him keep your wife's name out of his mouth?
Huh?
Whoa.
Yeah. We'll see how Peter Burns is with that smart mouth in the second half, but Gators do not get much going in the first half.
Okay, so Peter Burns obviously pissed Ben Watson off because he said he got a text from Ben Watson's wife. Now, my first thought was, he's just joking, isn't he?
Yeah, probably.
He's just joking, but he took it really serious.
I don't know if anybody learned anything from Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Yeah.
But we got to stop talking about black people's wives, man. It's just not a good look. We don't take it the right way. And also, who was the guy who said who made that remark when he came back?
Did the Chris Rock thing?
Yeah,
I don't know who that was.
But he makes it worse.
He did make
it worse. We as viewers don't know what that was about, why they're gone. It could be anything. But for you to come back from commercial and then joke on it, we know exactly what went down.
Oh, yeah. They come back from the commercial, and there are only 2 people on the set.
Yeah, like he was actually mad.
Yeah. He took it very, very seriously. Bergman, what did you think of that?
I thought it was completely wrong for Peter Burns to do that. And Shay's right. You shouldn't have brought any attention to it whatsoever. I don't care. You're talking about a man's wife on the air. Over people are watching this. You just don't do that.
Wait a minute.
It's not funny.
Wait a minute.
He thought he was really good friends with those people, with Benjamin Watson. He was not that close a
But
friend.
isn't that Peter Burns joking?
He may have been. Yes, of course he was joking, but you don't make that joke if you don't know somebody that well. How well do you think he knows Benjamin Watson?
I don't know. They probably sit on a set once a week.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
what did he actually say to his
that.
wife? Like, what's the text say?
I didn't like your suit.
I mean,
listen to again.
Yeah.
It's, the
That's
idea
not that
was
big
the
a
wife
deal.
texted and said,
That's not what she told me.
Yeah, that's not what she
That's
told me.
not what she told me.
45-20. By the way, did you not get the memo on the suits? We all went dark today. You're like Easter service.
Y'all kind of leave me out. But man,
He
as
said
long
you got an Easter
as
suit
I get the text from my wife that says I look good.
Oh, really?
So send me the text, babe. Send me the text.
It's not the one she sent me.
There, that's the line.
Oh, okay.
You're making a joke that she's texting you and that you got a thing going on.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not okay.
There's levels to how
Yes,
how
that's
you
right now.
are open to joke with somebody. If it's you joke differently with a work associate than you do with a longtime
Also,
friend.
like, if you know that person, like, I just brought up my husband talking about him being kind of ruthless at the 4-year-old soccer. You know, like, I was letting the other team score a little bit, and you know, like, you guys know him though,
right?
You have met him. You can say
Ned,
something, you know, like. But if you said something that was like questionable, like it's
sexual.
one thing, sexual or.
But that was about the suit. It wasn't sexual.
Yeah, but as a man, as a woman, anybody, you have the right to nip something in the bud if you don't want someone to joke about that.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
have you reserve the right to be like, hey, yo, chill out. We don't know what he said, but you know, on a case of live TV, it could go anywhere. We've seen how this plays out before.
The implication of that's not what she told me. That's kind of sexual in nature.
It can be.
It can be.
Even though they're talking about a suit.
Yeah, but the
like, why does he have her
insinuation,
number?
because you didn't say it was about a suit, just the insinuation that you got a different text from my wife opens a window for anybody to think anything.
Why is my wife texting you?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I guess
Point blank, period.
obviously
Yeah.
she's not.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a joke. He's being goofy.
Sure.
If it happened here, I don't think anybody.
You and I, if you said that to me, like I would be fine.
If I told Ireland I got a text from Lisa and she said blah blah blah, it wouldn't
say,
be
"Oh,
a
what
big
she said."
deal. Yeah, she'd say what she said. It's just I
they
guess
haven't been together
but if
for 10
you
plus
said-
years or whatever the time.
That's
frame
not what
is.
Lisa told me last night. That's totally different. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Of course. Of
You
course.
see what I mean?
So it's about how well you know the person.
But also like the substance of the text, like the implication of it.
And the room. Listen how the other guys react. The and the ah, like that.
Yeah.
As a man, that's gonna make the back of them, the back of your neck stand up a little bit. And so
Wow.
you got to feel me a little bit. As soon as these red lights are off, let me come talk to you, man.
I guess so. Wow. You guys are all I thought seems like an overreaction, but that's just
A little
me.
bit. I mean, I wouldn't react that badly.
We don't know what he did.
Kinda
we
depends.
just know he was gone.
He was gone, exactly. I assume at some point he will come back.
At some point.
I assume at some point. All right, let me get to this thing. We did Benjamin Watson and okay. So Zach Wilson. Yesterday, I don't know if you saw any of this game. Zach Wilson had the worst game, and the Jets had the worst game.
Mm-hmm.
They had 2 positive yards in the second half.
Right.
And he was asked after the game if he let the defense down. Now listen to his answer.
As an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No. I don't know that that's the right.
No, that's not the right
Especially
answer.
not at that speed.
That's not the right answer.
And also, they were trying to beat the Patriots, and that was a big game
Big
for
game,
them.
always.
Yeah.
That's like the if you could beat the Patriots, that means you've arrived.
Plus, they're in the playoff chase.
Yeah.
They're in it. Now, I don't think Zach Wilson's ever going to pan out. I think, generally speaking, you take quarterbacks at the top of the draft. Half of them are going to work. Half of them aren't. A percentage of them will be franchise quarterbacks. I've seen enough from Zach Wilson to say, yeah, he's not a franchise quarterback. He's not, for example, Justin Fields, who I think is a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's fantastic.
Have you seen enough from Trey Lance?
No.
Not yet.
Like
he only,
4 games?
Next year.
Yeah, he only played a couple games.
Yeah.
I think we've got
Because
to.
Justin Fields might be the best quarterback in that draft. Like
For sure.
that's the one where the 49ers move up. Zach
Yes.
Wilson's taking 2, 49ers go up to 3. And Justin Fields was, 5 or 6, somewhere in that
Yeah,
range?
there were 4. I think there were 4 quarterbacks in the top of the draft, the top 10
Trevor
picks.
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, who I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he's
Not
pretty
at
good.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
not sure.
good.
Pretty
ain't
good,
number
but I
one.
don't know.
I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I mean, the one guy that's in that group that's a franchise quarterback, I think, is Justin Fields. Now, how would you have answered that question that Zach Wilson got? Again, listen to it.
As an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No. What's the right answer?
It's it hurts not to be able to put points on the board, but as the team's quarterback, I do put responsibility on myself. My guys gave it everything that they had, and I need to figure out how to be better so we can win as a team.
The right answer is they played their butts off. We all played our butts off, but I got to do better, and we got to get more points because I'm not going to win many games scoring 3 points.
Which also, by you answering no, shows me you're not a franchise
That's right.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Same.
The no is not.
No, it's not my
I
fault.
take no responsibility.
I had nothing to do with it.
Only player that touches the ball every offensive play? No, it's not my fault.
it wasn't me. Don't look at me.
That's how we felt. Remember Jared Goff
Yeah.
in that Super Bowl against the Patriots
Yeah.
when it's just a defensive Super Bowl the entire time. That Super Bowl automatically put his job on the line.
Yes.
Everybody was hammering
Although
for a
Brandon
change.
Cooks did drop a sure touchdown pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was there. I remember it.
And we didn't have Cup, right?
And we did not have Cup.
We didn't have Cup.
Yeah, that was the year we didn't have Cup.
Yeah.
A great year.
I really think we've only had Cup for a full year last year, and we won the Super Bowl.
It's true. It's true. And of course he's gone now. And Matthew Stafford, we haven't got any information, any update on Matthew Stafford.
You
But
got to
he
ask
left.
McVay that. How have your interviews been with McVay?
Actually, pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Because he always wears it.
What
Like,
do
he
you thi-
always
what do you think,
owns it.
Bert?
It's all his
not
fault.
really.
How have our
Own it.
interviews been with McVay?
I mean, they've been all right.
Wow.
That's it?
I mean, they've been fine.
No,
That's
come
it?
on now. Come on now.
They've been what they have been.
Well, that is not
Greg.
good.
Here we go.
No, they
Greg.
haven't been fantastic, but they've been good. I
My
think you've
big-
had enough. You've
my-
asked a good question.
My
Greg
big
is
problem. My big problem is
trolling.
when a coach is going through a terrible stretch. Greg's always like, "Well, joke around with him."
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if I was 3-7, I would not be in a joking mood.
I feel you 100%. The first time I met Odell Beckham Jr., he was coming off he was still on the Browns and everything
Right.
was terrible, and you could just see on his face and I made the mistake of being like, "Yo, so what's been new?"
Yeah,
Knowing
Yeah.
like they just got eliminated from playoff
Yeah.
contention and all this. Oh, just getting ready for next season.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
You know better as a sports fan, so I feel you joke around. It's a bad
Yeah,
time.
I don't think you can joke around.
Greg?
Everybody's done the soup joke one too many times.
I mean, you can
I
just double
actually
down on the
wouldn't.
soup
I would
joke.
I would go serious.
That's what I. That's
That's what
what
they have been doing, and it's been fine.
Although I did say, no. As a fan, I get really pissed off after a game. How long does it? Usually 2 days. How long does it take for you? And he said, "You don't want to know."
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
It's a good moment. It's a good moment.
And
That's a good moment.
I think in that position, going on to LA radio, you want to be teed up to be given, some seriousness. Like if I'm going on as the coach and we're looking bad, I don't want to go on there laughing and joking like
No.
everything's all right.
It's the wrong message
So-
to send to your team.
Yeah, so as the host, I would be thankful to be teed up to say those dramatic things, to say those empowering moments.
Also, yeah, go
Plus,
ahead.
he's just done a press conference
Right.
with reporters who have hit him with absolutely everything. So he's in probably. I wouldn't be in a good mood.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in a good mood after losing 4 in a row.
So it's the exact opposite then. You just came out of a press conference where you had to be super serious. Wouldn't you want to kind of
No.
let it loose a little
Well,
bit? Like,
let
all
it-
right,
let
let's
it
just
fly.
relax
my
a little bit.
friends
Let's
at
have
the
a
bar later,
conversation.
To me,
You don't answer
when you're
again.
when your team is struggling, you have to stay very narrowly focused. You can't look at the macro. We're
Yeah.
3-7, probably not going to make the playoffs unless we win 7 in a row.
Correct.
And even then, what's the point? Like you can't go to the big picture macro thing. You have to stay focused on whoever that you are playing next.
Yes.
You have to stay focused on the next day of practice, the next day of the game, who's available tomorrow. What are we doing in this drill? You have to
Right.
stay focused. Like you almost have to be more narrowly focused.
And by the way, and as a fan, I think, and I'll be at the rest of the games at SoFi. As a fan, you've got to take a different approach. Like yesterday was the first day that I, in the middle of a game, it was an early game, drove to Starbucks and got a breakfast sandwich. I'm like, I'll listen to it on the radio.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
right.
have to be like crazy
Yeah.
locked in because I
you lose that edge a little bit.
yeah, you lose the edge. My review after the Arizona game was the shrimp was very good in the chairman's boat.
Yeah.
Which was
That's what happened. That's what I wonder about when you see all-time greats on mediocre teams. How is LeBron trained so hard in the offseason? Amazing shape for a 30-year-old guy. Amazing shape. How hard can you push yourself when you know your ceiling is play-in tournament?
right.
How hard do you push yourself when you're like that? Can you grind the same way that you did when you were 27?
Right.
I mean, it's a hard
It is.
task for somebody like LeBron, somebody like Aaron Donald, who was like talking retirement last year.
Yeah, as soon as he
Somebody
won.
like Jalen Ramsey, who came to the Rams because they were contending for titles.
Yes, yes.
It's really hard to keep that edge when your team is not good.
Yeah, and I mean they've lost that edge.
100%.
They've lost that edge. And I get it.
As a fan, you have no control over the game, and so therefore you can go to Starbucks and have a breakfast sandwich and feel a little bit better.
True.
Right? Like
Why?
you can
Why
check.
does it?
Like they
'Cause I'm
can't.
not
They still got to play in the game.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not
You're still
hyper
in.
invested.
Right, you're not hype. Well, you're only invested to a certain extent, but like, if you try really hard, you really put yourself out there, you're just gonna keep getting hurt every week.
Right.
You're like, dang, this hurts again.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, see, you can't hurt yourself like
Like
this. so much.
Morales is like, ha ha, Rams, because he's
Yeah,
you
get
know,
him
the
in.
master of chaos. I'm
Get
like,
him next year.
You can't really get him with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
get me with that.
As a
this
fan, you know what I say.
What?
I'm still the Super Bowl champion until somebody else's
That's
fireworks
true.
go off.
Lombardi Trophy. Weirdly, it happened this year. It happened like 8
Come on,
months
baby.
ago.
My ring still hasn't come in yet. It'll be here.
It'll
next
be
week.
there. It'll be there.
It'll be here next
All right,
week.
coming up next for you is Bobcat. Bergman's going to throw a bunch of stuff at us. It is Mason in Ireland with Momo and O'Shea Jackson Jr. hanging out. I was talking with my buddy Jacob the other day, and he had some good advice for everybody regarding the upcoming
Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Travis and Sliwa each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app, use the code TS22 to join our show league and start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app, use the code TS22 to join the Travis and Slee games against the spread to win $100, or play all season long at cover5.com.
That's right. The other one got hacked. So the new one is corporate_Greg. Follow now, follow often.
Corporate Greg.
But now it is time for that Bobcat.
Bobcat.
It's time for Bobcat.
Bobcat.
Bobcat time. Take it away, Corporate Greg.
Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Chris and Amanda. All right, so Dwight Howard almost had a 40-20-20 game in his first game in Taiwan. He also took 10 threes, and he only made 2 of them, but he still did take 10 threes. Is there any part of this that makes you think, Momo, that maybe, just maybe, D39 can come back?
Yeah, it's not from that game, though.
What's the quality of basketball in Taiwan?
Okay.
O'Shea's like...
I mean, it's definitely not among the top 10 leagues in the world.
Yeah, right.
You know?
So
okay,
we can't overvalue
No,
what
nothing
he did
in
this
that
game.
league makes me... Nothing of what he did. It'd be like, say, you know, it's like, hey, I saw him training at Venice Beach the other day. He looked really good. I mean... He's going to look really good against... Yeah. I mean, he's going to look really good in a pickup game at Venice Beach, you know? I mean, he's Dwight Howard. He still can play. I actually think... Dwight could latch on with a team if they needed like a backup big.
Yeah.
Like there's still a role for him in the NBA, maybe.
Yeah, why is he not signed then?
I mean, he scored, 38 points on
hard to be a
30
center.
shots?
Yeah.
On 32 shots.
On
yeah.
32 shots, first of all, more power to him. I hope he's finding love and fun for the game. And I'm not going to say that it's not over or that it's over for Dwight Howard. I still think he could get a role, of course, as a backup. I mean, DeAndre Jordan is still on an NBA
that's
team.
a good point.
And he should be fluent in Chinese by now.
And with Jokic out, DeAndre Jordan's actually starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This dude's got Beijing Sharks written all over
Yeah.
him. So Dwight should be able to come back to
He
the
should
NBA.
find a spot in the league.
Yeah, although you can also internationally catch leagues. I mean, in the Italian league and all those places. Yeah, and that's what Michael Townsend did at the end of his career. He went,
I gotta look up like
And you'll be a
notable players who are
star.
not in the NBA right now. There's some good players who are not signed anywhere.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
you could be a star over there. Billboards, the whole nine, do movies, whatever. Do movies. Dwight, just be the biggest thing Taiwan has. Just do it, bro.
Bobcat.
All right, so tickets to a Bruce Springsteen concert have gone up from $400 to $5,000 a ticket. $5,000 for his upcoming show, February 1st, 2023, that
Where?
starts off in Tampa, Florida, is where it begins. Now, isn't Bruce Springsteen supposed to be like the everyman that's kind of like the work yourself, like help everybody
So
out?
can I ask you, is it face or is it secondary market?
It's from Ticketmaster.
Well, it's from Ticketmaster?
Yep, Ticketmaster.
So Bruce is charging
scoundrels.
$5,000, huh?
Off of the whole Taylor Swift thing.
Yeah, I mean, the Taylor Swift thing, they weren't marking up to that degree. I mean,
Can I tell you what I think of the Taylor Swift thing?
yeah, sure.
Whack.
It's like how I go to Starbucks and they're out of peppermint syrup right now.
Of course.
Oh,
And they've been
no.
out of peppermint syrup for the past week and a half.
It's an outrage.
Scoundrels.
Outrage.
And I'm sitting there going, how often do you have the peppermint mocha? It's only a couple months a year.
Right. You should be
So,
prepared.
load up on the peppermint syrup.
Mhm.
Like, why is this a thing? Why are you guys out all over LA? It's not just one place.
Amanda's really
not
upset
hard.
about that.
Or
by
the
way.
I'm
McDonald's.
very upset.
Or at McDonald's, the ice cream machine's always broken.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
bro.
like I
Dude, the
understand.
McFlurry.
I understand that sometimes we got a little. People order too many peppermint mochas and you run out for a day. But get some in there tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Like,
know
load
the
up.
demand.
So you know the demand is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Load up. So T Swift is having a concert tour. You know the demand is going to be crazy. Get everybody in there working on the weekend.
Yeah,
What are you
I
doing,
mean,
Ticketmaster?
Seriously, Ticketmaster is, let's just be honest.
Come on now.
Ticketmaster is a complete monopoly.
Yep.
Scam.
They control the whole thing.
Scam.
They're the ones that are responsible for what happened with the Taylor Swift concert. And by the way, Bergman, I'm seeing, if you want to go see Springsteen in Portland, $231 face.
Yeah, but then you got to buy a plane ticket. It's going to cost.
Oh yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, I
know.
don't think Springsteen is selling tickets for $5,000.
Says has spoken out about the criticisms he faced after ticket sales for his forthcoming U.S. tour sold by Ticketmaster surged to $5,000.
So he's mad.
Oh, well, because they have this thing called dynamic pricing,
Yes. Right.
which is another way to screw people. Like, when I went to see Black Panther Wakanda Forever, the tickets increased. It was like $21 for a ticket
What?
because there was a surge pricing.
It's like when you order the Uber and it's like $120 to go on. What?
Yeah, but Springsteen, interesting story about him. He opened Staples Center. I was at that concert in 1999. He was the very first concert at Staples Center. And after that, he did not like the fact that there were so many suites.
Right.
So his next concert in LA
I know where
was
it
at
is.
the LA Sports
Arena.
Arena, which was a total dive. But he said there was something equitable. There was a fairness about it.
I went to his last concert. He closed the Sports Arena in LA.
really?
He was the last concert they ever scheduled there. And the man played for 4 hours. I was
know.
like, Bruce, I got to go home.
He's still doing it.
I'm tired. Are you not tired?
Now, let me tell you something about Bruce Springsteen. If you put a gun in my head and told me to sing one song, I'm getting my affairs in order. I don't
really?
Know,
You don't know one Springsteen?
I gotta tell you,
Born in the USA.
Come on, you
I'm
know
happy
that one.
for you, dog. I don't know
Glory
nothing about
days.
You think that was in the
They'll pass you
Jackson
by.
house?
Glory days.
You think this was in the Jackson
blink
house?
of a young man's eye.
I'm actually with you, Shay.
Not-
Overrated.
You're the one that brought him up.
I did.
What if he's overrated? Why'd you even bring the subject up? You're in charge.
Because you like
don't
him.
know Born in
I
the
make
USA.
stories for you.
Oh, okay.
Like Elvis.
I don't know that.
Overrated.
Born in the USA.
You know what? You could keep singing it, and
he's
I still
not
won't
gonna
know.
know it. Bobcat?
I thought that was a good analogy with the peppermint mochas.
You're a beast.
That was good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's been a week and a half, Starbucks. Let's get going.
Come on, mermaid, get it
All
together.
right, Jorge, what you got? Last one.
All right, first and foremost, happy birthday to Carlo, our great guy back there.
Happy birthday,
Carlo! Big shout out to Carlo back there. All right, so New Year's Eve specials, are they still a thing? Because NBC Peacock is having Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus host this. Are they still a thing? And if not, what singer would get you to watch these?
Dolly and Miley.
Really?
That would get me to watch. You know what? I went to a Dolly Parton concert.
Did you?
At the Bowl maybe 15 years ago, and this is before it was cool to like Dolly Parton, right? Now it's cool to like
Parton.
Dolly. She's having a little late career,
Yeah,
with
she
certain,
really is.
popularity bump here. But back then it was just Dolly Parton. She is an amazing musician. She can play like 10 instruments. She writes all her own songs. Like she was out there, she playing the saxophone, she was playing the trumpet, the guitar, the piano, and then she called out Miley Cyrus, who apparently I think she's like her godmother or something.
Yeah,
something crazy.
She and Billy Ray Cyrus know each other from Nashville or something.
Right.
I don't know. It's like a small state, I guess. But yeah.
But will you watch the Dolly
I
Parton
might watch
New
that.
Year's
No,
Eve special?
I watch Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, me too. I watch Andy Cohen.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a good
watching
one.
for Andy Cohen.
Me too.
It's not Journey without Steve
Yeah.
Perry. That was the best.
It's so
That
good.
was the best. Yeah, I'll tell you a weird story. So one year I was at, I think it was Ben Lyons' New Year's Eve
Yeah.
party. Were you at that?
No.
Okay. It was at a bar in Hollywood or something. And Fergie was there. I was like, oh, cool. Fergie.
Is this before or after the All-Star game?
Oh,
Remember when she did the
before.
weird anthem thing?
Before she did the Betty Boop version of the national anthem. Yeah,
I would
was
watch it if
before.
Springsteen played in it.
This is so not the right Springsteen song.
Garbage.
Oh, I'm on fire. Come on, there's so many.
Rosalita,
Springsteen
come on.
songs.
Will make people crash.
So
Turn
I'm
that
at this
off.
I'm at this party, and on the New Year's Eve special, right? So
Yeah.
Fergie is the New Year's Eve guest on the ABC Rockin' New Year's Eve or whatever, while she's in this bar with us.
So you're destroying the TV magic for
Correct.
us.
It was recorded months in
Months
advance.
in advance.
Months in
Oh.
advance.
Oh, my God.
So Fergie
Gosh.
was free to come to the party.
Nice.
That was cool.
Stacey
TV
Ferguson.
magic.
TV magic, exactly.
It totally makes sense.
I ain't watching that.
Bergman?
I'm gonna be drunk.
Bobcat.
That was the last one. We're done.
That was the last one. All right.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Coming up next for you, it is National Stuffing Day. Shohei Ohtani, should the Angels trade him, and something weird that happened at the USC-UCLA game that I wonder about. All that's coming up for you. It is a very, very loose Monday.
Very.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. is here. Momo is here. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Big ol' sucking Sam.
That's right, Mace was in the house at the Rose Bowl for the Trojans to beat UCLA in one of the best games ever between USC-UCLA. Plus, Mace was there with producer Lindsay from the afternoon show and Slee. Mace will give us a recap of the Saturday night festivities. Plus the Rams. Yeah, Mason in Ireland. Your Monday afternoon with Momo right now.
3 o'clock crowd. What's up, Bebo? Mason and Ireland Monday. Over the weekend, the Lakers won 2 games. By the way, I had a parlay bet this weekend with Mythical Money. I had a perfect weekend on the line and got 15-1 odds. I had 2 Laker wins, the USC Trojans beating UCLA, and the Rams. And they lost. Exactly. Rams lose. So I lose my friggin' parlay. But it was a great game Saturday night, and if you were there, you know how cool the environment was, and it was wild. What's weird is I turn around at one point, and Cody from our promo team happened to be sitting right behind us, just completely randomly was right.
And did you
behind
say,
us in that whole
how'd you
stadium.
get these seats?
Ooh.
These were not
Call back.
These were regular people seats.
Oh,
regular.
Look at you, Mace, man of the people.
Momo doesn't live in the regular people.
Yeah, we call you guys normies.
These were metal bench in the end zone seats.
Metal bench in the
Oh, you were
end zone.
metal bench seats. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mace.
Not this skin.
It didn't matter because we
You know what that's like?
we never sat down, so it didn't matter.
That's like getting a C boarding pass on Southwest.
It's all right.
Oh, what?
It's all right.
A C.
I liked it.
I could never. Couldn't imagine.
So, Bergman, I don't know if you saw this. If you were at the game, you would have noticed this. At the end of it, when USC won and it was all over, they lowered the goalposts. Now, were they afraid that USC was going to storm the field and tear down the UCLA goalposts?
Maybe.
Or was it just windy?
No, they lowered both goalposts.
It was windy where I was.
Lowered them
was
both.
windy.
I think they really felt like USC fans were going to storm the field.
I think it was just being careful, just in case.
It's probably smart.
Who
Yeah,
stole the
just in case.
goalpost this year? Earlier this year?
Tennessee?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that win versus
Tennessee.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Ruined it for everybody.
Yeah,
now
they
no
did.
one can steal giant
That happened to us
goalposts.
with big game ones, like Stanford, Cal. Cal, we used to beat Cal all the time. We lost this year when I talk about it.
Chill.
I just checked out a little while
Yeah,
ago.
Stanford was
Anyway,
awful this year.
Whoa.
It's not. It's okay. It's fine.
No, I've
Been like
soon as
one
you get
good
to
But,
the
then,
top.
but that's where
Straight
we
up
like
bad.
fall back on our cheer. That's all right.
Which-
That's okay. You're gonna work for us someday.
Wow.
Oh.
We call you guys normies.
See,
That's how we comfort ourselves.
But like the Tennessee,
With some,
wait a minute. What's
some
the chant
real
again?
snooty Stanford
Hey,
action
hang
going on.
Everybody
Yeah.
stay still. What's the chant again?
Oh no, I'm not gonna do,
Do
it for
it.
you.
Do
No,
it. Do it.
Yep. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it.
That's all right. That's okay. You're gonna work for us someday.
There you go.
Yep. That's what them tree people talk about.
and pull that.
There
It was
is.
clean.
I know.
And pull that.
I
Made
know,
sure to
I
get a
know.
clean version.
If you say it once, you gotta be able to hear it forever.
Exactly.
What if I told you?
What if I told
But
you?
I don't mind that one because that's got like a little jam.
Hey, what's the latest on the Sterling affair? They're
Filming.
shooting the Sterling affair.
Yeah.
Momo did this 30 for 30. I don't know if you heard about it,
Play
but
music again.
What if I told you?
And it was an epic 30 for 30 podcast. And
Filming.
Then the rights, and now they're filming.
Okay,
and,
wait.
And
I-
Al Bundy is playing
Donald Sterling.
Donald Sterling.
Good.
Ed O'Neill.
Ed
Yeah.
O'Neill.
What
I'm
a
going to show you a
legend.
picture of the woman that we found to play V. Stiviano.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Of Al
She's
Singer?
so good.
Yeah.
Al Bundy,
Her name is
Polk High,
Cleo.
4 touchdowns, single game, bro.
Yeah. Is that right?
4 touchdowns in a single game.
You are so good at that. That you know that is exactly
Polk
what
High.
it is.
Yeah, Polk High.
Polk
baby.
High.
33.
And by the way, nobody really knows Jackie Weaver, but I've
People know Jackie Weaver, but you don't know her by name.
you don't know her by name. She's
You're like,
in a lot
oh
of
yeah, I know
stuff.
her.
Okay.
She's playing Shelley Sterling.
She's amazing in
Yeah.
this. She's like she's kind of like a method actor. So I went to the table read, and she kind of stayed in character the whole time.
Yep.
So like even during when we would get up and go to the bathroom or get a drink or something like in between the table read, she still stayed in character.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Good
and
for
she
her.
and she was asking me. So this is what I was going to ask you. So I'm technically an EP. I don't have a lot of power or anything. I had to like really pull some strings on something that was important a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
Mace knows
Okay.
about.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it is. Like, should I go up to the actors and say, "Hi, Ed, do you need to know anything about Donald Sterling? What he's really like?"
Why don't you say this?
I'm really impressive.
That's a
Like,
good one.
should I go up to Lawrence Fisher and be like, hey, do you need any like background on Doc Rivers? Should I do that, or should I wait for them to come to me?
Well, are they going to come to you?
Jackie did.
Do you wear a name tag, or do they just know you?
If somebody introduces me, they'll know that that's the podcast girl.
And did she?
They have no idea that I covered basketball for ESPN.
And does she ask you like,
She asked me
how do
some
you
stuff.
play Shelly?
She didn't ask me how you play Shelly. She just asked me details about her. Like,
Okay.
she would ask me what is she like, what are her texts. Like, obviously I knew Shelly pretty well. And
Yep.
I have, like, a lot of conversations and how she would be, and I would give her lots of background and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So all of that is important for an actor to know.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But I have that on most of the characters in the show. And some of the actors would come to me and say, like the guy who's playing the team president, Andy Roser.
Yes.
It's Dollar Bill from Billions.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly
Oh,
O'Coin,
yeah,
okay?
right.
And he's an NBA fan, knows me from the NBA, and was like, oh, my God, tell me everything that I need to know, and I'm
Right.
trying to get my character right. But, like, I'm on set, and I tried to talk to some of the actors, but I didn't want to be annoying.
Right.
I didn't want to be like, hey, what do you need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, a sneaky way to do it. I know for Swagger season 2, we had a meeting before we started filming.
Yeah.
And you get a folder, you know, a folder of like, you know, little tidbits or things like that, so it doesn't come off as I'm not telling
the
somebody
actor
how to
what to
act.
do.
Do you stay in character the whole
Right.
time?
I mean, I have so much of Ike in me. Like,
Yeah.
the dude who just had a daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
You have a
good
lot of
basketball,
Ike in you.
Like,
Yeah.
so much Ike
But
in me. It's just
yeah,
natural.
and you like used to be a good player.
Yeah, you know,
Oh!
used to when I was balling up Marcellus Wiley in the ESPN Celebrity
There
Game.
you go.
But just to do a sneaky little homework folder for everybody.
Nice.
Bam, 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 bam.
but,
Nice.
That way you don't even have your name on it. They don't know who
That's
it came
true.
from.
But see, for me, it's like I do kind of want to meet him.
Yeah. Oh, you
Like-
can meet
Oh,
them.
sure.
By
Like,
all
there's
means.
equality.
Hi, I'm Ramona. I'm
Well,
the
and you're
EP
the
all day.
You're the expert.
Yeah, you can do
This
that
is
all day.
This is all
Yeah.
you. It
That
doesn't
always
happen without you.
Yeah, but then once you let go of it, it becomes other people's.
Okay.
Right? So you know how I was like, the podcast was all me, but then I let go of it to the TV people, and then it's some of me in there.
Yeah.
but it's a lot of them.
Right.
And then they let go
Well,
of it
they're
to the
kind of
actors.
experts
and
at
the
that part.
Yeah.
You're experts at you're an
Right.
expert at the story, and they're
Yeah, the real
experts at
people.
making it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
trust
Anyway,
me, you
I don't
can
want to
go
be
up-
offensive.
You can go up to them to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
That is perfect. I meet an EP every damn set.
Do you automatically think like, oh, EP, I'm supposed to be nice, or do you say, EP, are you an EP for real? Like I need to be like you have
No,
power.
naturally I'm cordial,
Yeah,
but
okay.
like the more you talk to me, I'm gonna remember you because I have to remember 1,000 other things.
Right.
So like I might see producers walk by, but if we don't banter a little bit every day
Right.
or a hello every day, I'm not gonna
'Cause
remember.
the thing that like blows me away every time I go to a TV set or anything, not that I've been many times, but just a few times, it is a long day.
Oh, it's
A long day.
boring.
Oh
it's
my
hard to be an
God.
actor.
I
You
ended
sit in that
Swagger on a
trailer all the time.
17-hour day. My
and you
last
sit
day.
there so like you're gonna do 2 pages that day of one
rough.
episode, and it's
rough.
gonna be about 2 minutes. And you're sitting around all day, and you're like waiting, and finally they call you and make you do the line 35 times.
We had a 12-page day this season. on
Whoa,
Swagger.
that's a lot.
Yeah, I told them from the jump, we're not finishing. This.
All you?
No. Oh, I would quit.
I used to wonder.
I'll
I
burn
used to
this
wonder
show to
how
the
you
ground.
would learn your lines, and then I realized, oh, you learn your lines because you say them 25 times.
Yeah,
At least. Per take.
I don't suggest people doing this. I just got a weird type memory, but I learned my lines on the day.
On the
in
day.
hair and makeup.
On the day.
On the day in hair and makeup.
Wow.
I don't know why I put myself in such pressure situations. Probably because I'm a student of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
But I work better.
I
that way.
relate to that.
I
I'm
work
like that
better
too.
that way.
Me too.
I'm not.
When
I'm
I
not.
have to.
In the roles that I've done,
Yeah.
I practice them for
In the mirror and everything.
in the mirror. I mean, I know those things inside out 3 days before the shoot.
I'm a different guy when I know I have time from when
Me
I
too.
know I
Me
don't
too.
have time.
Right.
But when I don't have time, you're going to get laser focus out
Yep.
of me. But, like, if I got time, I got time.
Do you feel bad like if you mess up a line and everybody else on set knows their line and you're like, oh, I just messed up that take?
No, that's rare. I'm a bad man.
Really?
I'm a bad man. bro.
Ooh.
I'm nice.
See, when because you got leads. When I do
He
like
probably
a
has a
little
photograph of
little
I'm
thing,
nice,
I'm
bro.
so nervous because I'm gonna screw it up, and and then everybody, because I'm the nobody, right?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
I'm the co-star, just the little guy. And
co-stars can take it a bit far.
No, if you have a line, you're a co-star.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get the co-star, and then you've got one line, and you're afraid you're going to throw everybody off by screwing up your one line.
Oh, totally.
The worst ones are like if you have one line that kind of interrupts somebody's
Yes.
monologue,
Yes.
and you're watching their performance, and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to talk right now. Like
Damn.
that, I'm sorry, I messed up the timing.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
I had one line, and I literally, I did a cameo, and I'm playing myself
in
a
this
press
show.
conference.
That's difficult.
In a press conference.
Nice.
Okay.
Be normal.
And I said this line
Did you stay
30
in character
times
the whole time?
Sorta. Okay. But like
dad
I was
joke.
there, and you know how lame I am because I'm like, please don't be the person who messes this up over because it was kind of at the end of the scene.
Yeah.
So like my timing has to be on,
Yeah.
whatever. I literally had my phone out with the line in front of me.
Really?
Right.
And then they said, wait, would you have had your phone in the press conference 8 years ago? I said, no, I probably have a pad of paper. So I wrote the line on the pad of paper.
And then you
Smart.
could look at the pad of paper
Yes.
while you were doing the
Oh,
line.
that's smart.
That's
Oh,
so
good.
lame. I
No.
mean, I
No,
should be able to remember one line.
No,
all
when
the greats do that. All
Yeah.
the greats.
If you could cheat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why not?
I cheated at my bat mitzvah.
What do you mean?
I had that transliteration right there.
On your phone?
Not on my phone, but I was like 13. That was a long time ago. But like
don't
the
count.
piece of paper,
Yeah.
like we had the prayer book and everything, and I could read the Hebrew, but I had the piece of paper right there, and there was one part where I looked over in it.
It's your party.
Hey,
Yeah.
I said it. I got through it.
All right.
That's a good admission right there.
Coming up next, I want to do the Shohei Ohtani story because
Oh,
I
yeah.
promised it multiple times.
Okay.
Oh, Angels fans. Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, Lakers obviously on a 3-game winning streak. Anthony Davis on a dominant stretch. The Rams just miserable. USC thrilling win on Saturday night at the Rose Bowl. Got to be there along with producer Lindsay and Alan Sliwa. Really, really cool night. All that stuff we're talking about. And I want to remind you to stay tuned to 710 ESPN every night for the Road to the Cup show, presented by Estrella Jalisco. Your host, Dave Denholm, will dive into the most exciting matchups and the drama around the FIFA World Cup. Estrella Jalisco, proud sponsors and supporters of Team Mexico. Let's cheer them on with an Estrella Jalisco beer in hand. Vamos, Mexico. Drink responsibly. Mesa in Ireland, 17. From multiple sources.
Oh,
Twitter.
look at you.
Twitter.
Okay.
The Rose Bowl lowers the goalposts every game, no matter what.
Okay.
So it was nothing out of the ordinary. The other thing, we're getting tons of reaction. We're on YouTube today. It's Momo, and it's O'Shea Jackson Jr., and it's me. They're filling in for Ireland. Takes two people to fill in for John Ireland.
Yeah.
Here's some of what is good to hear Shea on the show. This season, this is JB90, this season is on McVay. He, the rest of the NFL, caught up to the boy wonder. I don't agree with that statement at all.
No.
I mean, I think if you got 4 starting offensive linemen on injured reserve,
Thank you.
it completely cripples your offense, and that's what they're dealing with. I don't think it is a case of boy wonder. If you want to see the playbook, watch it play out in Minnesota or Cincinnati or Green Bay or any of those places. I guess all those guys are having pretty tough years, right?
Yeah.
LaFleur's having a tough year. Zach Taylor's having a tough year. Kevin O'Connell's having a great year.
Yeah.
They got whooped by
Dallas
yesterday. But I mean, they've got the playbook.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of fear from Rams fans that's creeping in a little bit. Like, you know, when McVay first came in and everybody was like, you know, this young guy is taking the lead by storm. Nobody really had a scouting report on him, and we were kind of trying to put all of our eggs in one basket with the Sue deal and all those things. And then when the Patriots beat us, they kind of got the scouting report on us. And that next year was not fun after we went to the Super Bowl the first time.
Although
that is not this.
They were 9-7.
Yeah, but
we think of that as a down year,
Yeah.
but we were 9-7 in a down year.
But that is not this. We are low on personnel, and the offensive lineman is a key thing. Losing one of our team leaders, Whitworth.
Andrew Whitworth.
You're like,
sure.
come on. These are things that are chemistry based and just statistically, you need your
you know
own
what
line.
it is? It's a lot, and I'm not making excuses because the Rams are terrible. Just get this up front. Rams are terrible. But we've gotten unlucky at every turn this year.
Yeah.
Last year, we had such great health on that offensive line. All those guys stayed healthy all year long. You need to be lucky to win. People will look at that and say, yeah, well, remember Tampa, it was the pass to Cooper Kupp at the end. Remember Jaquiski Tartt dropped the interception in the San Francisco game, NFC Championship game. Remember we were down to Cincinnati. It requires a great deal of luck to win a championship. By the way,
Every
in
sport.
any sport.
Every sport.
And this year we just didn't get the luck.
I think basketball is probably the sport where I would say the best team usually wins.
I agree.
Barring any major injuries out there. Yeah. But generally speaking, the best teams are going to win in 7-game series. They're going to be in the right spots.
Yep.
Sometimes they're going to be matchup based or, whatever. But football, man, you have the matchups matter, the injuries matter, the timing matters. Like baseball, oh my gosh, baseball is a total crapshoot every year.
If it's a game of inches, how can luck not be involved?
Right, exactly.
Every single thing.
You've got to fight for that inch.
Yeah, every time.
All right, so let me see what else is on YouTube. Ernie got his Garth Brooks tickets from Ticketmaster today. He says the fees are just as much as the ticket. What about Garth Brooks? How are you on Garth Brooks, Shay?
Boy, let me tell you.
They go on to say Keenan Thomas says,
got friends in low places?
Yeah, I'm with Junior.
I
No black
you.
people ever know Mason and Ireland music taste. What else? I agree with O'Shea. Bruce is overrated and boring.
I got my army starting.
People are starting for you.
Yeah, man.
So the Angels got this guy named Shohei Ohtani, who is
pay this off already.
Second in the MVP voting this year to Aaron Judge. Here's my theory. Everybody, Ireland, if he's here, said, you got to trade him. You got to trade him now. If I was a buyer of this team and the team is for sale,
yes,
I actually would pay more if I had Shohei Ohtani.
Absolutely.
And the very first thing I would do is say, here is $400 million, and we're going to be handing out like, let's say it's Ballmer or Bezos or one of those guys. Like Ballmer has shown interest in in owning the Angels.
Has he?
Yeah,
what a second place type of guy,
It would be really.
What?
That is so cool.
Buying the off brands, right?
But he has so many billions of dollars. Like
That's cool.
$100 billion.
So many billions.
So,
but like that just goes to another level. That's like 9 figures.
Okay, but let me get to
nine.
Let me get to the point here. Yeah. So, if I was the new owner, the first thing I would do is hand out that money, and I would say, look, we're making a huge commitment to you, a gigantic commitment to you. We are going to win here. We are going to do whatever it takes to win. We're investing in this team. We're building a new stadium, all that stuff. Now, I don't know if the sale happens on time, but if I'm them.
Are they really selling, though?
To the best of my knowledge, they're for sale. Yeah. To the best of my knowledge, Artie's got them on the market. Do you think they should trade Shohei Ohtani, or should they hang on with the plan I'm describing?
I would hang on. I got to get the most bang for my buck. You know, I got to be able to sell high. Like that's the whole point of business.
How long is he under contract for?
This is it. 1 year, $30 million.
I'd trade him.
Well, Dodgers got to throw everything.
Because he is not going to resign.
Dodgers,
please.
Dodgers, please.
With a new owner?
Look, Mike Trout is probably the best baseball player I've ever seen in person.
Yes.
In person.
Mm-hmm. I will completely agree with that.
When I watched him play, I was like, oh my God, you are a prototypical star at every single category. 5-tool player. Just an absolute waste in Anaheim. Like I feel so bad for him. And he's he signed for $400 million. And he's got a back thing.
Mm-hmm. From carrying the team.
I feel bad for him. Like, there's a part of me that's like, I feel bad for you, man. Like, you are probably one of the best baseball players of all time.
Yes, without question. Yeah.
And has not got to the playoffs, has not competed for anything real. And I appreciate the loyalty, but at some point you do have to go. Yeah. And now he's basically on a Pujols deal.
He is. He's got a couple of player options.
But on a deal that's so much money that he's already getting hurt.
And he is wearing down. You're gonna
probably have to move him to right field or left field.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you would move Ohtani now?
If he's gonna leave anyway, he probably is. I mean, all he has to do is look over at Mike Trout and be like, I don't want that.
Oh, Bergman, what do you think?
I think you absolutely move him right now because, like what Momo was saying, he's not coming back. He's not. He's got 1 year left here, and even if you do sell the team, and it's somebody like Ballmer that has a ton of money and all that, it's still going to take years, a couple years, to get that all fixed up. It doesn't just happen right away. They need to fix everything. They need to fix from the minor leagues all the way to the top, and that doesn't happen overnight. So you have to be able to. You're going to move him, or you're going to get nothing.
If you spend the money, you can snap your fingers and be good.
Steve Cohen's tried that with the Mets,
and
they were in the playoffs.
It worked. I mean, if you spend
that
money,
took 2 years.
Took 2 years.
Took 2 years. But
if you can extend Ohtani, if Artie can convince him, hey, I know you want $500 million. I know you want to win, but how about you just give us 3 years? We'll do 3 years, $300 million. Do something crazy like that.
3 years, $300 million.
Why not?
$100 million a year.
He's worth it. He literally is worth it. He is by far the most valuable player in baseball. He is.
That would be the richest contract in the history of sports, wouldn't it?
Why not?
$100 million a year.
The soccer guys.
I would do some kind of Godfather.
What is
Ronaldo?
No way they make $100 a year.
Do you know not? No.
He's worth that in terms of the sale price. You're right about that. He is. The franchises. When LeBron left Cleveland, that franchise value cut in half.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, he is worth billions of dollars in terms of franchise value.
Ireland says, I'll be curious your take on this. Ireland says that whoever gets Wembanyama, the value of the franchise immediately increases by $500 million.
$500 million?
That's what Ireland says.
I don't disagree with that.
Somebody in the NBA told him that.
I would agree with that. Look, the Suns are going to sell for like 3.
Yeah.
Gross.
There's no worry for Wembanyama.
3 something.
There's no worry for Wembanyama.
There's no like Momo. You don't have any worry about him. He's like what is he like 7'6",
7'4".
Sorry, 7'4".
Good.
He's so thin. We've seen so many guys come in that are this thin and they fall apart.
Yeah, but he's thicker than
Kristaps Porzingis is bigger than this dude, and he is still like
this dude's
wide.
He's still a baby.
Right.
But
putting that weight on is not easy.
I know what you're saying. I know.
It just worries me. Like one bad turn on his ankle, and he's kind of.
So you're saying?
Did you see him hitting fall away 3-point jumpers the other day?
I saw Kristaps Porzingis do a lot of good things.
He's shooting logo threes.
I know
They're getting him for a draft pick. They're not trading for him. Might as well take a shot.
Sure, I'm just saying it just worries me a little bit.
I'm
guys
worried about
that
him getting
thin,
taller.
You're worried for Wemby?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I think that's going to be a tough pick.
I'm worried.
A tough pick?
I mean, you have to do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying, but
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. Let's all collectively roll our eyes.
You can.
Okay.
Look, I can see how great.
What a brute!
Wait a minute. Hang on a second.
I'm worried. Doesn't mean he's not going to be amazing.
Whoa. Hang on a second. Okay,
ready?
now let's all do it.
Go ahead.
2, 3.
That's all right. That's
It's on-
okay.
it's
You're
on
going to
YouTube.
work for us
Could you
someday.
hear?
I mean, I kind of work for you now.
Did you hear the eye roll?
Yeah, I did. Look, I could be very wrong. He's going to be he's an
Wemby
amazing
doubter.
player.
Wemby doubter.
If he can
Wemby
start putting some
denier.
weight on.
You're a Wemby denier.
You want Sam Bowie, don't you?
No, I don't want Sam Bowie. I want him to be great. I just something about that.
Oh man, you're just a
Whatever.
Look.
You know what's weird is everybody stopped talking about that
Damn,
Imani
dude.
Bates kid, and I think
I know.
he'll be a sneaky pick later on. But like everybody's on Victor. That whole case
Scoot.
with Imani kind of ruined his draft
Yeah.
stock. The kid can still play basketball.
Was it like on his third school though?
I mean, yeah. Don't go to Memphis. Sorry, Penny Hardaway, but something's in the
know.
water
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Memphis. Look at Wiseman.
I know.
Come on, something's in the water.
Coming up next for you, I want to ask you guys something about my Uber rating.
Oh.
I'll beat you.
Oh, I want to know.
I'll beat you 100%.
And plus, I went to see a movie yesterday.
You were busy this weekend. No wonder
I
you're
was.
tired.
Right after the Rams game.
You went to a SC game and a Rams game?
I actually went to 2 movies. 2 movies, Rams game.
Man, and you're here?
USC game. Of course I'm
Okay,
here.
Mr.
Sure,
Moneybags,
this
I
was a
see
call
you.
out on a Monday.
But something happened at the movie that I want to ask you about. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. And Shay, you listen to the podcast when you're out in Virginia shooting the show?
Yeah, when I'm out, needed to catch up on anything Lakers, and I had to drive from Virginia all the way to Atlanta, which is 8 hours, and I listened to 2 days worth of Mason.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
That's like a real fan.
Especially after losses, this show is terrible.
Well, this year
You know,
has
if you
been
want
rough.
some like real Laker talk after a loss, you got to go to Sleewa's show.
Oh, Slee. He takes
Slee
these
digs
losses
in.
hard.
We're terrible.
Digs in. He really gets in there.
So I want to bounce something
Hey,
off
Shay,
you, Momo.
thank you for listening. I put those together, actually.
Yeah, he does the work. So Carlo on YouTube says multiple executives believe. I don't know if Carlo has multiple executives involved or not. But he says the Lakers will ride it out the entire season with Russell Westbrook if he continues to thrive off the bench. Is that what you expect, Momo?
Ew.
Wait. Let me just back up from this entire discussion. Like, Carlo on Instagram.
Yeah,
is this Carlo? Our Carlo or different?
No, Carlo Bacalot.
And like multiple executives believe.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay, sorry.
What that sounds like is he read an article somewhere.
Okay. It like you could just ask me.
You
You could
think-
just be like, "Do you think Westbrook would just?"
Well, I was trying to give the guy's taking the
No,
time
you
to
can say
write. so-
Carlo. You can say Carlo wants to know.
So what do you think? Are they going to ride it out with Russ this year? He's been
Yeah.
great off the bench.
I think so.
Yeah, me too.
I've always said that. Like, I just okay. I'll actually tell you about a conversation I had with a different executive.
Okay, good.
Last week.
You've actually talked to executives, yes.
And this executive essentially was like, look, you could have a conversation about whether they should have traded any of the picks over the summer. They probably should have and done something to change things over the summer.
Yeah.
But right now, with where the team is, I wouldn't trade the picks.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Like, if that is probably the general consensus among Rob Pelinka's peers right now is, if your team is going to be bad like this, and there's not really a great answer out there on the trade market, don't trade those picks.
Yeah, I am in complete agreement. I mean, I think it's a question of reinforcing or rebuilding. And I don't think they're quite ready to rebuild. And I don't think they're going to reinforce this year. I think this is the crew we got.
I think they might reinforce,
You
but
do?
I don't know that it'll be Westbrook. I think there's other ways to reinforce.
Without trading the picks?
Yeah, get creative. There is going to be some weird stuff happening this year. Okay.
Like?
Oh, okay, let's give an example.
Yeah.
The San Antonio Spurs came through town this weekend. They are pretty bad. Lost 9 of 10. Right where they want to be.
Right.
Okay? They have some good vets on that team. Doug McDermott is on the team.
Yeah, nice shooter.
Josh Richardson is on the team. I mean, there's just like, there's some vets out there on these teams that are trying to be bad. As another executive that I spoke to last week said, this is a good year to be conservative with your players. Wink, wink. In other words, it's a hell of a draft. It's a hell of a draft. Nobody wants to take, if you are on the fringes of the play-in tournament and like maybe there's one move that you could make where you go for it, you get in, probably not the year to do that.
Really? So
Probably
there
not the
won't-
year to go for it.
So people want to be in the lottery this year?
Yeah, this is the year.
Because there's a lot of talent.
A lot of talent. We know all about Victor and Scoot, but there's a lot more all the way down. Yeah, like the top 6 to 8 players are really good.
Well, I'll say this then. If that's the case, and if everybody's going to go into tank mode, I think the Lakers at 5 and 10 can scrap their way
Right.
into the play-in.
The whole key for the Lakers is to just stay afloat.
Yeah.
Till January-ish, mid-January, if you can hover near 500, it's going to get easier.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Give me some
encouraging.
options.
That's encouraging. All right. So I looked at. Somebody asked me what my Uber rating was as a passenger.
wanna know that.
So I looked it up, and
I'm
I'm
trying to
at,
battle right now.
I'm at 4.84, which I think is lowish, isn't it?
That's pretty good, I think.
No, out of 5.
4.84. What are you?
I'm a 4.93.
Wow. How do I find out again? You go into Uber?
Yeah.
Go to Uber.
Here's what I want to know.
Are you a good tipper? Is that why?
No.
Go to your
No, they
account
don't
and then
know
look
that
up.
you've tipped them when they give you the rating. The tip comes later.
I'm just a likable guy.
So what did I do
Yeah, I
wrong?
can see that.
What did I do wrong?
What's your conversation like?
I like quiet
I'm-
car.
Yeah, get out of here, bro.
I'm
quiet car,
4.84
cool.
as well. 4.84
I'm
as well.
4.93 right here.
Yeah, let me tell you, I've learned about some guys like marriages, bro. I'm a good talker.
Now don't. But
me too. I talk too. I
So
had one
am
guy
I a
telling me all
jerk?
about the old country he's from. You know.
Am I a
He's
jerk
from
because I say
Romania.
no conversation, cool car?
Yeah, you want a partition in there.
Driving Mr. Mason.
I just like I'm listening to a podcast or I'm doing.
Yeah, I
whatever.
know. I understand.
But do I get graded down for that?
I think so.
You know, it depends on how they thought about you, and I always let them know ahead of time. Hey, bro, that was even though I was asleep back here, that was a 5-star drive.
Yeah, I got into an Uber this weekend where I thought, man, this guy's got it together. He had the fanciest Uber ever. So you get in, and he had one of those big black, like an Escalade kind of thing, which I was like super cool.
Yeah.
And then he had boxes of candies.
Yep.
Mints. That's nice.
Okay.
He had a screen in the back that was
That's
showing
cool.
like the Nature Channel, which I think he
That's
thought
nice.
was nice.
Yeah.
He had a little fan on the back of the
It's a small
seat.
apartment.
No, I was like, well, I'll give this guy a 5 and a really big tip
Yeah,
because
dude.
he's serious about driving Uber.
I had one guy offer me a mint out his pocket.
Nope.
And I was like, all right, this is how they kidnapped me.
No, this guy had like Snickers bars in the back seat.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that was
So,
crazy. Hand sanitizer,
I could
place to
see-
plug in your phone.
One of my last Uber drivers was kind of like old guy,
Yeah.
and he was driving so slow.
Yeah,
and
come
I was
on,
on
get
my
it
way to the
together.
airport, and he was like, I was like really nice and talkative for a while there, but then he was just like, when you're on the freeway, we were up, and I was trying to make my flight, and I really did leave enough time.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he would just sit in the slow lane, and I was like, could you like?
Yeah, come on.
Did you actually ask him
Give
to
me
drive
some
faster?
maneuvering.
I
Baby.
didn't say anything for a while, but then when we started getting closer and closer, and I was like, I might actually be late now.
Right.
Like I was like, hey, my flight's at like 12:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Like-
you're a 2. You get a 2.
I got docked, but he really was
2.5
slow
rating.
old guy.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that, bro. You don't have a lot of life to live, so let's
Yeah.
not live it together. Let's get out of here, boy. I need you to get me
I
to
was,
my destination.
and I was trying to be so nice.
Yeah.
We made a lot of conversation, but like there came a point where I was like, let's not be in the slow. Let's like get over to the fast lane a little
Now,
bit.
do you have a conversation with the Uber driver?
A lot of times, yeah.
And you do?
Yeah, especially if they go,
But-
are you, and
Yeah,
then they-
yeah, no, you get that.
Yeah.
Bergman, do you have a conversation with the Uber driver?
Depends on the driver. If there's somebody that seems talkative, then yeah, I'll talk to him. But
Do you ever set, because they give you an option, quiet, cool?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't ever
No
touch any of that stuff.
conversations. You
I'm
don't do
with
any
you.
of
None of
that.
that stuff.
I used to like to talk, and now I don't. I'm like, I want to do a call in the back. I want to read some stories. I want to do
Right.
some work.
Yes, I usually have my laptop open if I'm.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've got.
Sicko.
Yeah, that's. I'm like
Same laptop
I'm
you take in the bathroom.
pounding away at the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just wonder what I did wrong.
Me too.
Yeah.
I feel like old guy might have given Doc some
Slam the
points.
door,
Oh,
probably.
man, hurry up,
Slammed
bro.
the door.
They don't like that.
I'll tell you what.
They
One
don't like that
time
at all.
I set my cup on the roof of the car, and the guy lost it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So you're gonna
see?
leave a ring on the top of his car.
No, I'm cool.
Oh, it
bro.
was
No,
there
it's
for
filled,
a
right?
Because
second.
you know how
Doesn't
many
matter.
people see the top of your car, bro.
Doesn't
Chill
matter. You
out.
don't want you. If I did that to your car, would you be happy if I left a ring on the
It
top of your
was
car?
there for a
Uber and
second.
Grab.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it was
That's
Uber or not. It's
service.
your car.
Sometimes,
relax. Just
sometimes
relax.
I tell them I have bags when I don't, just to keep them on their toes.
All right. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some game of games. It is me, Momo, O'Shea.
Yeah,
What's
we
that?
don't. I didn't get anybody from the afternoon show because we have.
No, we have
about to
O'Shea.
say
We
that.
don't need anybody for the afternoon show. I got the game today, so we'll do it coming up next. It involves movie stars.
All right,
Shay, you
solid.
may have an advantage.
I don't think I'm going to be very good.
All right.
Mason and Ireland. So, if you have a small business and you paid everybody during the pandemic, and not everybody did. Remember, there were all kinds of layoffs and stuff, but you did the tough thing and you kept people on. You can earn up to $26,000 per employee at covidtaxrelief.org. Now, the government, they set aside these funds.
#1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. The game is about movie stars. We have one in studio with us, O'Shea Jackson Jr. So he will be one of the players along with Ramona Shelburne, Momo, Greg Bergman, and Jorge. And here's the game. I am going to start naming movies. When you think you know the star that is in each of these movies, buzz in with your name. And it doesn't have to be phrased like a question or anything like that. All right? You guys got it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Got it. Okay, here we go.
See.
Number 1, less than 0. Chaplin.
Okay.
Greg.
Jorge.
Robert Downey Jr.
That's absolutely correct. Yes, Robert Downey Jr. And Jorge's on the board.
Good for you.
Okay.
Hater.
If you missed it, I would have given it.
Number 2.
Faster.
Number 2.
Here we go.
Water for Elephants. High Life.
Momo. Cheech Marin.
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
He's not in the.
He's not in High Life.
Okay.
He's in Water for Elephants?
Funny that you thought so, yeah. High Life. Here's the next one. Twilight. Jorge.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Right.
Wow, look at this guy.
Domination so far. Jorge's
All right.
up too. Yeah. All right, number 3. Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh.
The Deer Hunter. Mean Streets. Meet the Parents. Momo.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
All right. It's so sad that I got it on Meet the Parents.
Yeah, man, I was like,
No, it's a great movie. I'm watching you, Greg.
Okay.
You're in the circle of trust.
Circle of trust, exactly.
Okay.
Can you milk me, Greg?
That's a great line for that movie.
That's such a good line. All right, number 4.
That was a good drop, Mace. Okay.
Girl with a Pearl Earring. Lucy.
Momo.
Nicole
Kidman.
No.
Shay.
Oh,
Scarlett Johansson.
yeah.
You're right.
Man.
I was thinking that Amazon show. Shoot, I got that wrong.
I was going to go on to say Ghost.
I was
you know what I meant.
Going to go on to say Ghost in the Shell and Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson, the right answer.
Good.
Number 5.
Good job.
Number 5. Clueless.
Momo.
Alicia
Silverstone.
That is not correct. She was in the movie.
I was trying to go fast.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I got an idea.
Okay.
So, Clueless, Wet Hot America.
Greg. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is absolutely correct.
Sexiest
Wow.
Man Alive.
How?
Could have gone Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. It went Clueless, Wet Hot American Summer. This is 40 and Ant-Man.
All right.
Number 6. Airheads.
Greg. Brendan Fraser.
No. That is not correct.
He was in it, though.
I'm sure he was. Airheads. Coneheads.
Oh, come on.
51st Dates.
What's her name? Momo. Katherine Heigl?
Jorge.
No.
No.
Jorge?
Is it Drew Barrymore?
No. She wasn't 51st Dates. Next one. The Longest Yard. Shay.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's right. And Shay has pulled even.
I should have got
with
Coneheads.
Jorge.
Should have got that.
I didn't even know he was in Coneheads.
I don't know he was in Coneheads either.
Okay, so it is O'Shea 2, Jorge 2, Momo and Bergman each with 1. Here's number 7.
Come on.
Don't Look Up.
Jorge.
Leonard?
Leonard
DiCaprio.
Crazy. We have a drop. Leonard DiCaprio.
Leonard DiCaprio.
There you go. All right. First one's Don't Look Up. Out of Africa.
Shay. Jennifer Lawrence?
No.
Wait. Okay.
Well,
Momo.
Oh.
Paul Newman.
No.
I should have just waited for the next.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm alone.
Why you didn't wait?
I should
I can't think of. I think I have an idea who it is. I can't think of her name.
Bergman. Don't Look Up.
I'm not.
Out of Africa. Mamma Mia.
Oh.
The Devil Wears Prada.
I can't think of her name right now. Give me. I know who it is.
Can I give you?
No, it's Oh my God, Meryl Streep.
Right.
Yes, Meryl Streep.
You big old jerk.
Why did I not wait for the next clue? That was stupid.
All right, so it's
Don't
O'Shea,
say
Ramona.
stupid.
O'Shea 2, Bergen 2, Jorge 2, Momo 1. Here is number 8.
That's
We
all
do
right.
a
That's
tiebreaker
okay.
if
You're
we
going to
need
work for us someday.
it. The World According to Garp.
Okay.
Moscow on the Hudson. Good morning, Vietnam.
Momo. Robin Williams.
Robin Williams is right.
Are we all at 2?
The game is tied at 2.
How did I not wait for Meryl Streep?
This last one is going to decide it.
Okay. Oh.
I got to make an adjustment here.
We won't need a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Somebody's going to get this right.
Let's go.
Dick.
Excuse me.
Solid start, Mace.
I think I know what it is, but I want to.
Van Wilder.
Shay.
Ryan
Reynolds.
Oh, man.
No.
Let this be the day you remember that you almost got O'Shea
O'Shea Jackson Jr. with the win.
Jackson. 2 years off, and he's back, folks.
That was impressive.
The 4-5.
Yeah, nice, man.
Thank you.
So we've got a new winner. Put him on the scoreboard, as we say here.
Yeah, first
O'Shea
one.
Jackson Jr. on the
George
board.
Sedano wants us to know that he has a 4.91 Uber rating.
Couldn't be me. Or me. 4.93 over
Seriously,
here.
I'm at 4.84. I mean,
Me too.
Right.
Yeah, 4.84. How do you and I have the worst?
I was mean to one guy, probably.
It's
Yeah, we
there's
probably
A
got like,
pluses, then there's A minuses.
I
It's okay.
had a bad night.
Yeah.
I'm at 4.84.
Yeah, that's right.
By the way, Game of
Bad
Games
night.
is powered by Call Jacob. Winning matters. That's why after an accident, got to go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
breaking
hey.
news, Sounder. Breaking news.
Okay, I got it right.
Breaking news,
here.
ready? The Los Angeles Lakers have listed LeBron James as questionable for tomorrow's game in Phoenix. That's an upgrade, guys. That's an upgrade because he's been doubtful.
Yes, he's been doubtful.
Now he's questionable.
So he's questionable for tomorrow night.
I'm just saying.
Now, here's the thing. The way they're playing.
That was like an update.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
Listen, I don't
know if it was worth the whole.
It kind of got me going.
No, it does. It does get you
right?
going. It's more like.
Only way we winning is if that starting five going to safety protocol. All right? So we're about to get shellacked.
Oh, come
Chris
on,
Paul's out.
Shay. I expect you to be optimistic.
I'm all for the Lakers to win or lose, but I mean, I'm over here celebrating a Spurs victory. Like, come on, dog. Yeah,
He
like
does have
I'm
a
all
ring on,
I'm
yeah.
all Lakers all the
He's
time.
serious about it, yeah.
But, you know, I just. Oh,
By the way, I brought
Phoenix.
donuts if you guys want to know.
Oh, God, it's my weakness, man.
I know.
It's my weakness.
What kind of donuts?
All sorts.
All sorts.
There's like a dozen in there.
Why did you
Ooh,
decide
Mr.
to do that?
Moneybags.
I bring them all the time. Ask Mace.
Yeah, sometimes you set them right in front of me.
Yeah, I left them over there so you wouldn't say that, oh, yeah, my weakness, why are you doing this to me? At least this way, you actually have to get your ass up and go get it.
Yeah, I'm not. I can steer clear. You
want to.
You know what I did Saturday? So I was trapped at the Rose Bowl on Saturday night.
Why were you trapped? Well, because there's only one way in and
Because
out.
the Rose Bowl.
Because there's one road.
Yeah, no, I know that.
that
but I
leads
mean-
in and out. So it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get out of the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, it's not fun.
So I put on the radio, and what do I hear? But George Sedano
on
doing
the, Oregon game.
Oregon game.
Yeah.
And George, you killed it, man.
Thank you, buddy.
You're very good at this.
What a legend.
I try to have fun with it.
Who's your analyst?
My analyst was Tom Ramsey, who was a UCLA Hall of Famer at quarterback. Like he grew up in Northridge, and he went to whatever the rival school for John Elway. They played against each other a ton. And
Okay.
Elway went to Stanford, and he went to UCLA.
Yeah.
And he played for the Patriots for a
And
while.
it's a very close game when I was listening, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, it was fun.
Utah runs the football?
They both run the football pretty well.
Yeah. Oregon now will probably. Well, I think, is it set they're going to play?
Well, Oregon has to beat Oregon State. If they beat Oregon State, they'll be in the Pac-12 championship.
It'll be the Pac-12
against
championship
USC.
game. Yeah. You know what? I think that this. Why don't we play the Super Stager, Jorge?
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
All right. So what is up?
I'm laughing
Super
at
crosstalk.
I'm laughing at what O'Shea said. Just to, but we can't. We
was it
probably shouldn't say
arable or
on-
no?
I mean, it is, but we shouldn't.
Yeah, we shouldn't say it on.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. It's totally arable, but it's just we shouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's nothing to do with you.
Okay.
Or Momo.
Okay.
Or anyone in
never,
that other
never.
studio.
What about Cappy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Is Cappy there?
No.
Oh,
there he
yeah,
is.
Apparently he is. Yeah. Cappy, what's going on, man?
What's happening?
We
What's-
missed you
what's
at the
cooking?
UCLA-USC game. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was a great game.
How were the? What did you do? You had a Christmas party at the Mitchells. What was that?
No, that's coming up December 3rd.
December 3rd.
Right.
I actually have had a you invited, or the Mitchells apparently invited me.
Right, that's right. You're invited.
And Juan and I have actually talked about showing up at the Mitchells.
Oh my God.
These people we don't know.
Who are the Mitchells?
They're friends of Cappy.
Oh.
Now, how weird would it be if we actually did drive down and show up?
They would love it.
Would they?
Oh my God, they would love it.
It's such a weird idea.
That is such a great idea.
Are they friends with the Bensons?
No, I don't think they're friends with the Benson crime family. No, these are different people.
Yeah. No, we're thinking about it, Cappy.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
We take these invitations seriously.
Just please give me enough time because I'm sure they're going to want to put your name at your spot at the table.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. Is it a sit-down dinner?
Oh, it's very formal.
A sit-down dinner?
Very
what?
formal.
What is the occasion again?
Do you wear a suit? It's Christmas. Do
Yeah,
you wear
it's
a,
a
do you wear a suit?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm
Wow.
saying, it's formal. I mean, I don't think I have to wear a tuxedo, but I think guys will be in suits.
Oh,
and-
Mace is out at that point.
Yeah. You got to doll
What
this
about
thing
a-
You
up.
know what?
I've
There's
got
a
a-
lot of ways to fake formal now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you can just wear some Viore pants and they look good.
That's what Cap does.
That's what
what I
Cappy
do all
does.
the
yeah,
time.
me too.
Yeah.
I'm wearing.
Wears the
I'm
Viore.
on
I'm
TV
wearing
every time.
Faboletics, which is the what's her face's brand, Kate
Who?
Hudson's brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like to compete against Lululemon. It's like
Yeah.
cheaper.
Fabletics is better.
Yeah.
You know, my sweats come from Amazon, or Amazon, as I like to
Yeah.
call it.
Amazon?
They're
Amazing.
their own brand,
Call it
and they
amazing.
are awesome
They're
sweats.
good?
Yeah.
And they are so cheap.
Yeah.
They're so cheap.
But Faboletics, you could always get like these internet deals. You can get like 2 for $24 or something ridiculous like that.
Cappy was supposed to get me a deal at, wasn't it Viore?
Viore.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You never got it for
Can
me.
you give me a deal, Viore?
Sure.
I like.
Sure.
I'm a big rep.
I
for
mean,
them. I wear them
Cappy
all
says
the time.
sure a lot.
Yeah.
And then Lindsay kind of called him out the other day and said, you're not really coming through as much as you say sure.
Yeah,
I
it
just gotta
is
follow
true.
up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, I
hey,
will say this.
hey,
Lindsay
Cam.
asked me. Yeah, Lindsay asked me to get her parking at the Rose Bowl, and I'm
Line
like,
K.
yeah, I don't have time to deal with that.
Yeah, I thought that was bold to ask Mike Bone, the athletic director, for
Whoa.
parking.
Little
Yeah,
bold.
wasn't going to do it.
That's what she said. She said, Cappy's going to talk to Mike Bone, and I'm going to get good parking.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do
Mike
that.
Bone has many things
Right,
above
to worry
that
about.
in terms
You
of
know what though?
events.
Because I'm on the other end of a lot of this stuff where people think like because we cover
That
the
you're
league,
Ticketmaster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like oh, can you get me Laker tickets?
I'm like, nope.
No.
No,
Not
I
me.
say no to everybody, basically.
Yeah.
So,
By the way, real quick, Momo, I had Warrior Sons the other day, so I ran into Clay the
Okay.
same day your thing aired.
Oh.
And I walked up to him, and he was doing his jump rope
Mm-hmm.
before the game in the hallway. And I said, yo, let me ask you a question, bro. They make you pay for that hat you were wearing? They didn't make you pay for that bleep, did they, after you bought that boat? And he started laughing. He's like, no, they gave it to me.
He's got like 4 hats.
Yeah.
And
And then
like
he told
4
me
Captain Clay
He's
hats.
got 4 rings.
And then he told me, I asked him, was Momo allowed on the boat? He's like, Momo was chilling on the boat.
We
is what
were
he
on the
said.
boat we went over and back.
Yeah.
Like it was on the way from Tiburon over to the Chase Center and then back.
did you get seasick or no?
Yes.
Did you
but
get
not,
seasick like
not
that?
on this, not on this.
Dramamine
But,
or-
no, I have only gotten
the bracelet?
seasick on the ferry in Greece. I got so sick on the ferry in Greece. 'cause
Yeah.
we were-
Jump overboard?
Did you ever try the bracelets?
I think you called me. I called you from there.
you called me from. I was in Croatia.
You were in Croatia.
Yeah.
I called you one time, and you picked up in Croatia.
Yeah, I was like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Croatia is so. Have you been to Croatia?
awesome.
I have not, but I heard it's beautiful. it's
cool.
Zach
The ferry-
Lowe's wife's from there.
Yeah, and I met Zach Lowe when I was over there. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, you're being Dubrovnik.
Yeah.
We'll be there at the same. Anyway, so I guess like the ferry boat in Greece, there are different types of ferry boats, which I have learned. You go between the islands. Some of them are big, giant Noah's Ark kind of ferry boats,
Yeah,
and you're
those are
fine.
cool. Yeah.
But some of them are small, and when it's windy out on the open ocean,
Yes.
Nope.
it's like.
Don't do no small
And then there's
vehicles.
no window. There's like a small window, and you just feel like you're under a submarine, and
Can't do it.
it's like being in an escape room.
Yeah.
and it was super windy in between Mykonos and Santorini.
There you go.
I threw up so much.
Okay.
I was
Wow.
like in the bathroom the whole time. I was like,
got a
how do
question.
people do this?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
What'd you think of the Rams? No, I'm totally not asking that.
That was an
question.
Ireland move.
Totally not.
You should have just played sound.
You interrupted my Greek Island
Yeah.
Ferry
Yeah.
story for
Post-game
the
show.
Rams
If you would have
drop.
played sound, that
Yeah.
would have been like
There's
perfect.
really nothing to say about the Rams. There's nothing to be said.
Here's
at
what
this
Sean
point.
McVay had to say at the post-game press conference.
Wow, I thought it was gonna happen.
That's what he said. Oh, that's what I.
That was your move. Your move next.
Wow.
Was to play something.
Yeah. I've got lots of McVay on the screen.
Yeah. Is that new Lakers gear you got on?
No, not really.
Oh.
Or it's just clean.
No, it's newish Lakers gear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Newish.
Yeah.
Butler, give it a Towns.
What?
There's John. Is its contribution
Random John.
Yeah.
So I go to the movies yesterday. I had a really busy weekend.
Yeah.
So
God,
at
I'm
the
tired
game
just
Saturday night,
listening
went
to
to the
it.
movies. After the Rams game, I went to see a movie called The Menu, which is fantastic.
I want to see that.
Ray Fiennes.
Yeah. It looks cool.
Oh,
Lord
it's really
Voldemort.
good. It's really good.
I would totally go see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go to the AMC Dine-In movie theater,
Yeah.
where you get the recliners and then
Hey.
they bring
Oh,
food
yeah.
to
It's a
you.
good
Is
nap.
it good food?
It's a good nap.
So, well, I
Good nap.
don't want a meal at the
Yeah.
movies. Like,
do.
they're selling burgers and all that kind
That's
of
a
stuff.
little too much.
So,
Snacks are. I'm good.
so the guy next to me orders wings.
Oh, come on.
And
That's
I'm
a
like,
lot.
That's gross.
This is kind of gross. Guys
Shay's
eating
like, I've
wings
done that.
right
Maybe,
next to you
maybe
in
a
the dark.
burger, but wings is a lot.
I had a
Wings.
whole
Or like
crispy
ribs.
rice, spicy tuna while I'm watching the movie.
No.
No, a
Oh,
little sushi.
no, that's
I
a
can do a
little-
little sushi.
Sushi would be okay.
I can do sushi.
Come on,
Yeah,
For
dog.
sure.
But
Wings eating
spicy
sushi?
buffalo wings, no. He's
Oh, yeah.
over there dipping the wings in the ranch dressing
Oh,
and
God.
Spill it
And
all
you're
over.
just salivating.
Yeah.
You want it.
Terrible.
Like,
Cappy,
we
that-
definitely need to clean the
Cappy,
seat
is that
after.
you? Are you that guy at the movie theater? Are you going all in dinner at the big fancy movie theater?
No, I don't go to the movies.
Right, I know, but occasionally you have.
Do you
Yeah,
not
but I'm
go
not
to the
banned.
movies?
I don't really go to the movies.
Well, your daughter, you went to see Spider-Man or whatever last year.
I did. I saw Spider-Man. I feel like I saw 2 or 3 movies last year. But no, I went George Wings because then I need extra napkins.
Right.
And then when I have all the buffalo sauce all over my fingers, I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Now, Cappy, I
Save
saw
that.
you. I
Save
saw
that
you
noise.
tweet at O'Shea about Springsteen or something. What's your
Boo.
issue with him?
well, no, I had no issue. In fact, I'm very proud of O'Shea because he comes out and said, first of all, he's wearing a Metallica T-shirt today,
Yep.
which I like very
which
much.
is cool.
Which I like.
You know what
But
it
he
is.
says, Springsteen, there's no Springsteen in my life.
Yeah, at all.
There's no Springsteen growing up in my house.
Right. How old are you?
Oh, I'm a fresh 31.
Right.
You're
He wasn't
31.
even he wasn't even born when
Baby.
Springsteen's
Hold
biggest
on,
hits
chill,
were out.
chill. I'm a fresh 31.
You are that is so young.
Yeah.
So what?
When
what
I hear
No,
that
no,
now,
but-
I'm like, gosh, you're
what
so
but
young.
he wasn't even born when Springsteen was
No,
putting
but
out big hits.
It's not his age. It's that Springsteen was not part of what was being played in his
That's
house.
right.
Right,
That's true.
and also, but I feel like you were making that case, if I recall correctly, that because we gave you grief about not knowing a Mariah song from like
Right.
1995 when
Correct.
you were how old?
When
in
you were in your
1995?
prime.
Yeah, I was
How-
25.
You were
25 years old.
25. How do you not know
should-
Mariah
you
Carey?
should know Mariah Carey when you're 25.
Yes.
Yeah, but the beauty of not knowing it is that now that it's brand new to me, it's like new music.
You're like, wow, she's great. Have you heard this
Oh,
Mariah
now
Carey?
that now that Bruce Springsteen is new to me, it's whack.
Yeah, it is whack.
Whack is all hell. Boring is all get out.
It's Mariah's season right now.
It is. She's
S
owning this.
SZN. Mariah's
Yeah.
season.
She's owning this.
I got news I forgot to tell you guys
Oh,
during
gosh.
the
Tell
show.
me.
All right.
Speaking of
hang
full,
hang on.
All right.
Hang on.
Sorry.
You want the breaking news
Yeah,
sound?
there it is.
Whoa.
So speaking of formal occasions,
Yeah.
we were talking about the dinner. My big brother Darrow got married 2 weekends ago.
Oh, congratulations.
I married him and his wife.
You did?
What?
Your
Mazel
dad
tov.
did the nuptials?
Yeah, bro. I got my license, so anybody out there for the right price, you could have O'Shea Jackson Jr. marry you and your significant other. I got my certificate. I keep my card on
Very nice.
What
I
is
keep
the,
it on you at all
How do they
times.
hit you? Hit you on like Cameo or something?
Yeah, just hit me up on Twitter. Let me know the date. I'll be there.
How much?
But it depends who you are. But
Right.
we're
Yeah.
going between $500 to $1,500 American dollars right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Some small.
And you'll do
I
the
think
wedding.
you can. I think you can get. A
I didn't get more
I
than
know.
that. I feel like you're
but
lowballing
if you
yourself.
want more, just because I'm being nice.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
first go around.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
feels
When I
like a
get more-
Zoom wedding.
When I get more season,
500.
I got you.
500 for the officiant
Listen,
of the
if
Zoom
you
wedding.
if you want more, I could pretend to be your best man.
Yeah.
I could get to know you.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, get to know you first. It's hard to get that license, isn't it?
It takes some time, but like,
Yeah.
Does it?
You
Not
fill
for
out a
Shay.
form online and they mail it to you.
How long of a process is it?
It's
about 6 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I got licensed. I was going to do a wedding, then it all fell apart.
Ooh,
I was
You're
like,
bad luck.
I was given a date. This is the wedding.
And they broke it off?
They broke it off.
Wow.
I had it all written out.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so I have two people in here who have been the subject of curse rumors in the past.
Curse rumors.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
your presence
Yeah.
is seen as a negative thing for
Correct, yeah.
a specific team or player.
It's not me.
Right. Yeah, the Greg curse
George
is
had a
happening.
little incident last year, right?
With who?
Who'd you point? Somebody on the Warriors, Clay, right?
Oh, no, Clay, he accused me of that, but they
Right?
ended up winning. So I wasn't a
but
jinx.
what did you say?
I
He
said,
didn't-
I'm just giving you the facts, man.
but
you're
what did you
undefeated.
actually
I
say?
said they were undefeated at home through
at
the play.
home.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, you're jinxing us." Right?
He's like, what? Look at this guy, man. What, he's
Yeah.
pointing
Why
at
are
the
you
camera.
bringing that up?
Pointing at the camera. What are you trying to do, jinx us, man?
Yeah, bro.
Mace,
The
you
Mace-
actually have been.
You've
the curse.
actually
The
been
Mason
the
curse was real.
Listen, I arrived in Los Angeles. These teams were a trash around here.
Right,
I
yeah.
get here, LeBron shows up. The Dodgers went to the
yeah.
World Series. USC went to a Rose Bowl for the first time since
let me
Leonard.
just
Sam
point
Darnold.
out. I was at the 2010 Lakers championship versus the Celtics.
Right.
I did pregame and postgame.
Yeah.
I was at the Rams Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I was at the Dodgers World Series
Yeah.
during COVID
Yeah.
in Arlington.
But-
and I was at the LAFC
so-
championship this week. There is no Mason
No,
curse.
it was, dude, and I think I kind of helped kick it off because if it wasn't for me giving you those Super Bowl tickets and
That
you
is true.
and you taking Juan and him seeing the Broncos
Yeah, it's
win,
totally true.
You were
Yeah.
chasing that for
Yeah,
years.
Juan is
Yeah.
a big Broncos guy.
I think Kellerman was by far the worst.
He was
Yeah.
the worst.
Kellerman.
So
by
when
far.
you switched me for him on the roster, then everything started to change for the better for the
That's
teams.
right.
I agree.
right.
I
You
agree.
got you got a soccer team, a new soccer team, which just won a championship.
Yep.
All that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Not the Clippers.
I have also been.
They
the
went to a
subject
conference
of curse
finals.
rumors.
Momo,
Hell
what's that?
I have also been the target of jinx curse rumors.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why
I
you?
showed up around Ronda Rousey, knocked out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Lost
You
again.
were the Ronda Rousey
Yeah,
curse.
That's right.
As soon
I
as
do
I
remember
showed
that.
up, boom, knocked out.
You knocked out.
Boom, knocked out.
But in
twice.
that sport, that can happen
That
at
happens,
anybody.
right?
Yeah.
But
The other day-
Momo had her story completely written
It was
for
all
Ronda
done. I had to
win.
redo it. I was like, ooh. So then, this week or last week, I wrote a story on Klay Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
We wrote the story
Yep.
while he was in the midst of the worst slump of his career.
Right, but he had 41 last
Yeah,
night.
41.
So this
Yeah.
is my question:
Yeah.
do I get credit for inspiring him, or did he succeed in spite of the Momo curse?
No,
Because there was like a
I'm
little
giving you
lag
credit.
time.
You
Like,
my homegirl.
the story
I gotta give
came
you
out
credit.
on the day that he played in Phoenix and kind of sucked.
Yeah, I was
But
there,
then
yeah.
2 or 3 games later, he went for 41 with 10.
So you're
threes.
trying to claim credit for good luck 3 or 4 games
like
after you
maybe
wrote the
I
story.
shined a light on it and inspired,
No, I don't think.
or do you think it's actually has nothing to do with me?
I'm going to say
Test it out. Start writing a terrible article about the Lakers during this Phoenix game. And if they start winning and you got to rewrite it, it's true.
Cappy, are you watching the World Cup?
I did watch this afternoon, although I didn't see the tying goal. Did you guys? Was everybody
yes,
watching?
Gareth Bale on a penalty
Yeah.
kick.
Thanks,
Bale,
Greg.
I know.
say his
Yeah,
name.
he's the guy that saved the LAFC, and now
I
he
know.
beat.
Yeah.
Well, didn't
Amazing.
beat us.
Kind of left
Forced
thinking
the
we got
draw.
this thing under control. I don't know why it was 1-0. I don't know why I thought that, but
England's going to win that group pretty
I
clearly.
heard you say that it was going to be like an easy that England was going to win this next game against USA, no problem.
They're more
think
talented.
They are more talented.
I think being
win the
an
war.
England World Cup fan is
Could
kind of
win
like
the
being
war,
a UCLA
yeah.
fan.
We got him there.
Interesting.
It is
Yeah, being an English World Cup fan is a little bit but like
being a UCLA
fan.
football fan.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Always they're good enough. They're good enough to get to the end and blow it.
Although I would say that, like, for many years, this is pre-2004,
Yeah.
it was like being a Red Sox fan. Like, they were good enough to, like, be in
Yeah.
the mix and in the playoffs and
Oh,
be
yeah.
good and then
Yeah.
get knocked out.
And then break your heart.
Yeah.
Well, my Juan's stepdad says he's British, and he says once you get to match play, all bets are off.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
Quarterfinal. I mean, it's just all bets are off.
Yeah.
Anybody can win that tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
The Brits, I think, are 5th. We've divided up teams. Bergman's got Spain. Ireland's got Brazil. He's got the favorite.
Oh, yeah, I mean, come on.
The favorite is France. I
Right.
thought.
No,
No,
but
Brazil,
France-
is the
Brazil
betting-
is the
Brazil's
favorite.
The
betting
French guy
favorite.
got hurt. The
Yeah.
best player in France got hurt.
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Nope, that's not who got hurt.
Not Mbappe?
Somebody in training got hurt like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Not Mbappe.
Somebody
That's
else.
the only player I can name from France.
I
is
couldn't
Mbappe.
name that
No,
player
there was a
either.
guy who got
I
hurt
couldn't
like
name
2
him.
days ago.
I don't know.
Like he tore a quad muscle. I just read it.
Okay.
Oh, some guy.
Breaking-
He
Hang
won
on
the
a second.
Ballon d'Or.
Breaking news,
Some
Momo.
guy.
What's the
Some guy
latest?
got hurt.
There you
Kareem
go.
Benzema.
There it is.
There it is.
Who was it?
Kareem Benzema.
See?
Benzema.
See?
Okay, there you go, Momo.
Momo, you breaking a story.
Some guy.
Somebody's going to
It's
aggregate
like the best
you.
soccer player in the world.
Yeah. SUMGHAI. Some guy.
So, what do you guys got going today?
Yeah, George, what do we have going today?
Stupidity. you know.
Stupidity. That's
I mean,
what I listen
It's
for.
kind of the brand.
I listen for the stupidity.
Yeah.
O'Shea Jackson Jr., thanks for coming in and hanging out, man.
Of course, I have nothing to do till February. Please call me.
We definitely will.
Is that how this came about? Did Mace call you or did you call him?
I was actually driving home and then
Yeah?
heard him talking about Martin Scorsese. So I pulled over to text him that Martin Scorsese old as hell. And then now here I am.
Yeah, old as hell.
How
He is
old
old
are you
as hell.
pulling
He is
over?
old as
Very
hell.
What do you
impressive.
say?
Pulling over, very
I'm a
responsible.
father, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
I
a
know.
father.
What do you
Yeah.
got in February?
Den of Thieves, too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
Did you see him get his ass kicked in Den of Thieves, the original?
Yes.
But did you see everyone die and not me?
You didn't die.
He was the
That's
only
true.
survivor.
Right. Yeah.
Just one thing about Shay. If you watch Shay in movies, Shay don't die.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Momo, thank you very much.
See ya.
Don't forget, Super Crosstalk is brought to you by Coors Light, keeping Southern California chill all season long. Back tomorrow at 1. In the meantime, lots of stupidity for your drive home with Shadano and Cappy. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.